All right, everyone, thanks so much for tuning on in. Hope y'all are doing all right. Got plenty to get into today. Thank you so much again for tuning on in. Let's go.
FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. It's coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG it's coming. 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 Oh, it's coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. Thought his personality be twerking. It's twerking.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I just realized I had the time set wrong. People were talking about us at the chat room. Okay, hopefully people will still show up. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you so much for tuning on in. We got quite a bit to get into. We're going to be watching Umar's interview when he was over in Jamaica. I think there's one other video outside of that that we'll get to, I think. No, actually, I think that's it. That'll be it for the his trip to Jamaica. But we also have the video where Umar was over. He was in Detroit or Cincinnati, I can't remember, and he was doing a fundraiser for Malik Shabazz. I actually have that full video. I had to kind of work with the audio, so we'll get into that probably tomorrow. So that's what the plan is. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Okay. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful day. I got a different setup today because I had to clean the carpets and I had to move stuff around. And at some point I may move it back, but I actually kind of like this. This is kind of cozy, but we'll see. All right. Yeah. Can y'all see me? Was everything okay? So let me see where I'm at. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me inside of the chat room. How's it going on my mama? Hope you're doing all right. Afropunk Chick's here as well. Sonia's here as well. Thank you so much, Queendom. Okay. So you can see me? Okay, what's up, James? All right, so let's get right on into it. I don't want to hold you guys too long. So yesterday we did the video where Umar was speaking in Jamaica. And then this is an interview okay, cool. Okay, this is an interview. How's it going, Francisco? This is an interview that he did while he was out there. Let's get right on into it. Here we go.
Examining how ideas can shape and inspire a whole new generation. Inspired him to
morning,
inspire
sir.
a whole new
Good
generation.
morning.
Good
Welcome
to have
Smile.
you.
Glad to be with you.
Tell me a little bit about that inspiration.
My inspiration with regard to the Honorable Marcus Garvey actually came from my childhood neighborhood.
Yeah, see, she didn't ask him specifically about Marcus Garvey. He just brings that up because he has he wants to be Marcus Garvey so bad. Now, this is Umar in his narcissistic narrative mode. Okay, it's retrospective. He talks about, this it's like a fiction that he's created inside of his own mind. And he ties it to Marcus Garvey. It's also tied to you and I, I'm sure. Here we go.
Actually came from my childhood.
Hey, how's it going, Carolyn Dukes? I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, this is one of the old OGs. One time Umar was mad at Carolyn Dukes and called her Carolyn Dookie. You guys remember that? Yeah, I hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go.
Neighborhood, the international headquarters for the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League is in North Philadelphia. My mother used to purchase my tennis shoes right next door to the Garvey house, but I never knew it was the Garvey house from 4th grade to my junior year of college. And finally, they painted it red, black, and green, and they put Garvey's picture in the window. That's when.
Okay, and now this is contradictory for him to say this too, because when Umar talks about how he was conscious since the 4th grade or something like that, if you were conscious since the 4th grade, wouldn't you have known that that was the UNIA? Umar's a trip. So he's saying and this is consistent. This part is consistent where he talks about how in his I think he said his junior year when he was an undergraduate, and this actually it actually lines up with the timeline that I have here. Let's see. Started no, hold on. Yeah, Miller's career 1992, 93, 94. Yeah, it would have been in around 1995, and that's when he starts in the Garvey movement. I've heard him say 96 and 97. So let's see, he graduates from Millersville in 1997. So junior year would have been 1996. So I'm going to go with 1996 based upon what he's saying here.
Garvey House from 4th grade to my junior year of college. And finally, they painted it red, black, and green. And they put Garvey's picture in the window. That's when I knew. So I'm standing there, and an elder comes around the corner, Johnny.
Yeah, that's the first time I think I've heard him say specifically that they had a picture of Garvey in the window. I don't remember him saying that before. By the way, let me see if I could. Let's see here. Because I have this in the documentary. No, it's not coming up right here. Yeah, it's not coming up here because I would need to know the street name. I have it. Oh, wait, hold on. It might be in here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is right here. So it was called the Tommy W. Harvey Hall. Umar was running a scam back then, too. He was trying to get donation money for a renovation fund to restore the 2nd and 3rd floor. So what Umar is saying is that by his senior or his junior year, they painted this. And then they had Marcus Garvey in the window. All right, so that's that. Let's keep going.
He's an ancestor now. He was the keeper of the building. He said, "May I help you?" I said,
"Yeah." He's disrespected Gossett too. I have that inside of his UNIA letter. This is Johnny Gossett right here. It's in the document. I'll break all this down, but he disrespected him later on. Inside his, let me see, UNIA letter. Yeah, this is Umar's UNIA resignation letter from 2005. Yeah, you won't be able to read it here. It used to be online. It's not online anymore. But anyway, he calls him Johnny Stifle All Progress Gossett because he felt like these leaders in the UNIA that they were sabotaging him because they were holding him back. But what Umar wanted was power and control of the UNIA. That's why he's always talking about Marcus Garvey, because he wanted to be the president general. I think it was two or 3 years ago, the president general issued what was that? I can't remember. And I have the video too. I'll have it inside the documentary, but he told all the UNIA divisions not to accept Umar as a guest because of the history. Okay, and part of the history is Umar was very disrespectful towards the elders in that organization, but he also tried to scam them out of money for a building fund. Okay, and Umar talks about that, specifically about that building fund inside his UNIA resignation letter. It's interesting because at the bottom of this, he calls himself the modern day Malcolm X. So it just goes to show you the ego was out of control. The narcissism was there, going all the way back to 2005. Okay. Enterprise says, when I see Umar's on any show, I get nauseous. Hashtag. Yeah, it's amazing that they had him on. You know, maybe they haven't done their research, or maybe they don't care. But it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Thank you, Enterprise. Okay, let's keep going here. Here we go.
Yes, Mark's picture in the window. The building is red. Said, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes, Marcus Garvey's picture in the window." That's when I knew. So I'm standing there, and an elder comes around the corner, Johnny Gossett. He's an ancestor now. He was the keeper of the building. He said, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes, Marcus Garvey's picture in the window. The building is red, black, and green. What's going on in here?" He said, "Come back Sunday at 3 p.m. I came back that Sunday at 3 p.m., and it's been 25 years.
Was there something?
Okay, listen, he was going to be kicked out of the UNIA, but you see how he's trying to act like he's still involved with the UNIA? He's not. I should go pull up this receipt. Let me see here. It's actually a video. So let me look up the video here. Umar, he's such a liar. He really is. He lies about so much. He's by 2005. So just to be clear on the timeline, Umar, he joins the UNIA in 1996. He goes off to graduate school, so he's not like active all the time, okay, but he is active. But by the time we get to 2004, he puts in his resignation letter and he never returned. He tried to return. He tried to get back with another, I think it was the one in Detroit, but there's a process that you have to go through and there's paperwork that you have to sign and like interview and all this kind of other stuff to get back in. But here's the video of the President General right here.
Out in about 40 minutes. And I guess
this is from February 7th of 2024. Let me skip through to the part here because the beginning parts, they're talking about Umar, but there is a section. Here it is right here. All right, here we go.
Sorry
and this is from the President General.
Again, this is the official position of the High Executive Council of the UNIA ACL. States, I understand that members have questions about the official. Hold on. Please mute your lines. I'll mute some lines. I understand that members have questions about the official UNIA position on Brother Dr. Umar Abdullah Johnson. First, let me make it clear that we, the UNIA and ACL, always have the uplift of our people as our foundation. It is not our intention to denigrate any Black person. However, we must do all that we can to protect this great organization from any threat without or within. Our goal as a government is the upliftment and liberation of Black people the world over and the redemption of Mother Africa. Brother Umar Johnson was a member of the Thomas W. Harvey Memorial Division in Philadelphia under President General Redmond Battles.
Okay, and Redmond Battle, I have an image of him as well. Let me just pull that up here. But you see how this is the President General saying this. He's saying, notice he says was. He didn't say is. But see, when Umar is being interviewed, he's lying. He's trying to act like he's been a member for 25 years. That's simply not true. This is Redmond Battle right here. So at that time, Redmond Battle was the President General. We see there was something else I thought I had popped up here. Let me see here. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, here's these are President Generals up to, I want to say it says 2008 there, I think. That's the last time this was updated. But if you go all the way back in the day, you see Marcus Garvey up there at the top. So, and then you see Redmond Battle there. He has on the hat with the ankh. All right, so let me go back just to show you how much of a liar Umar is. Listen to what he says right here.
What's going on in here? He said, come back Sunday at 3 p.m. I came back at Sunday at 3 p.m. and it's been 25 years.
Was there something?
See? He doesn't say anything about his resignation letter. He doesn't say, they were going to kick him out anyway. I have a firsthand account of information from a brother that was in the UNIA when Umar was in the UNIA. And he's one of the forerunners, if not the forerunner, of individuals that have come through to critique and expose Umar. But Umar, he wanted power and control. If you guys read the UNIA letter, and I break it down totally inside the documentary, Umar, he wanted his own division because he felt like they wasn't allowing him to do what he wanted to do in the organization. But he's a megalomaniac. He wants all total power and control. He wanted power over the money. And he was causing division within that division, if that makes sense, because he wanted the younger people to follow him. And ultimately, he asked I think it was Johnny Gossett asked, and Redmond Battle at that time, if he could have his own division, but they wouldn't grant him that. So Umar, he ended up putting in his resignation, and he was a problem. He was a troublemaker. So notice how he says, he's speaking when he's interviewed, he's speaking as if, he says this 25 years later, as if he's still active 25 years later. That's not the case. By 2005, Umar had put in his resignation letter. And that's this right here. And so what that means is that from 1996 to 2005, he was a member, so roughly 9 years. And remember, he's in college pursuing different degrees at this time as well. So it's not like he was fully active all the time. Okay, but he did rise in the ranks. He became the Minister of Education. He wanted more power and control. Okay.
Was a Minister of Education and an officer in the division. In 2005, he resigned both positions because, according to him, he was about to be put out or forced to resign. Brother Umar stated in his resignation letter that, quote, even if expelled, I will always be a UNIA member, end quote. Since that time, Brother Umar has attempted to join other divisions of the UNIA and ACL. He seems to want to skirt the process and do things his way. As a government, we have procedures. You cannot just leave a division in bad or good standing and join another. We have a transfer form that should be used. Someone who was about to be expelled, his words, needs to come before the HEC before being admitted to any division. That person also needs to face the division that he or she wronged. Our current Secretary General did reach out to Brother Umar when the Detroit division said he applied for membership. He did not respond to the meeting dates that were offered. We realize that a big name can bring in people to make our event successful. Nevertheless, there are many prominent Black scholars, entertainers, etc. a division can invite to participate in their programs. The UNIA does not need to depend on Brother Umar Johnson or any other person. Brother Umar and I have been on the same program on several occasions, but he has not once addressed me as the President General or shown me the respect as the leader of the UNIA, the great.
Yeah. Listen, this is Umar's big issue. See, he always covets, any Black male who's in power or who has some power in an organization, or like Barack Obama, any successful Black man, he has it's jealousy and it's envy. He wants that position. So this brother who wrote this letter, there's another brother reading it, but the brother who wrote this letter, this is the UNIA's top person. Okay, Duncan is his last name. He is what is called the President General. So that's the same position that Marcus Garvey had, but Umar won't show him respect because Umar, he's a troublemaker, and Umar wants to be the President General. He disrespected keep forgetting his name. He disrespected Redmond Battle. He disrespected Johnny Gossett. He also disrespected the president of, let's see here. Yeah, Redmond Battle, Johnny Gossett, and then he also disrespected the UNIA leader. His last name is Duncan, right? So, but this is Umar. He's a troublemaker, and he has no respect for elders. He wanted power and control. He wanted to rise in the ranks. Okay, and he's hungry for power, right, and control.
Association aims to represent. There are many prominent Black scholars, entertainers, etc. a division can invite to participate in their programs. The UNIA does not need to depend on Brother Umar Johnson or any other person. Brother Umar and I have been on the same program on several occasions, but he has not once addressed me as the President General or shown me the respect as the leader of the UNIA, the great association he claims to represent. To
respect. And the UNIA, the President General and Administrator is Michael Duncan. That's
respect, claims to respect. I do not hold this against him. If the brother wants to return to the UNIA the correct way, we are happy to work with him. Until Brother Umar decides to do right by the UNIA, we ask all divisions to avoid using him for your events. He should not make money off the UNIA without showing respect to the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. Race First and Garveyism, One God, One Aim, One Destiny. Michael R. Duncan, President General and Administrator, UNIA ACL. The reason why.
All right, so this is from December 7th of 2023. Let me see if Duncan is still Who is the current president general of the UNIA? Yeah, it's still Michael R. Duncan. It's still the president general. He was elected on August 19th of 2016. But see, Umar, he's such a liar, and he wants to pretend as if he's been in the UNIA for 25 years. It's simply not true. Okay, he goes to Jamaica. UNIA was created by Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey is from Jamaica. See, so just keep that in mind. Umar, he lies so much, it's incredible. It reminds me of how he still says things like he's been he's been a psychologist for 25 years. It's simply not true. Okay, he worked as a psychologist from 2000 to 2006, and then in the Philadelphia school district. Then he went into the charter school system until 2010. I give him some grace, say 2011. So and he wasn't working consistently at that time. That's why he was facing eviction in 2010. In all, we're talking 9-10 years, but he says 25. He lies so much, it's incredible. Okay, let's get back to it. Here we go.
Specific that you heard that?
Oh, I'm sorry. There were some super chats real quick. Let me. Miss Honey says the lighting is great. Yeah, I have it set up differently. I have the lights up over here now, and then I backed up this way a little bit, and so it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I want to upgrade lighting even more actually, because I got some other stuff that I'll be working on. Yeah, thank you, Miss Honey. Daxter says, "Shut up, strong alpha male loving Jermaine Kong." Why you call him Jermaine Kong? That's a new one. Thanks, Daxter. And I got Enterprises earlier. Thank you so much, bro. Hope you're doing all right. Calvin sent in 30 joules and says clutch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Natasha sent in 100 joules, says high five. Thank you so much. High five to you. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Enterprise says, I have family that give him a black pass. Rages. Yeah, that happens. Umar gets a lot of passes. That's one thing about Umar. He's done so many. I mean, he lies so much. That's what I'm saying. If someone lies to you once, okay. If they lie to you twice, you got to start asking questions. If they lie to you 3 times, they're a liar. Why are you still dealing with them? So I just gave you just one example of Umar lying. You know, and that he's been in the UNIA for 20. You know, he hasn't been in the UNIA for 25 years. Okay. And whenever we do shows, we catch Umar in multiple lies for each show. So I don't understand why they give him a pass. It just makes no sense. A liar is a liar, right? So, but people, they have him on, you know, they for whatever reason, either they haven't researched into Umar or they have, but they don't care. But that's a huge problem. We were talking about that, I think yesterday. It's about integrity. You know, it matters. It's not about the message. And Umar's message to me isn't empowering, not at all. But it's not just about the message, it's about the messenger, in my opinion. Okay, we got it backwards. We really do. People say, oh, no, it's about that. No, I don't want to hear that. Okay, that's why we got people like Dr. York or Polite or Nature Boy. See? All right. Thanks, Enterprise. They gave all of them passes for a long time. Okay? And there's people who still give them passes. Okay, thanks, Enterprise. Goddess Noah says, what does UNIA actually do in the community? They seem to be like the Urban League and NAACP, which have been ineffective for years. Yeah, I can't answer that question. I would think, though, because there's a lot of different divisions. Let me see. How many divisions of the UNIA are there? Over 1,000 to 1,900, so 1,000 to 1,900 local divisions and chapters worldwide at its peak in the early 1920s. But let's see, how many divisions are there currently? So there's no exact official total count of currently active local chapters known as divisions. Yeah, that's what that's what I put at division. The Universal Negro Improvement Association African Communities League, ACLU. Yeah, it doesn't show. But what I would say is that I'm sure that there are some divisions that are active and that they're doing positive work in whatever community they serve. But I'm also sure that there are probably divisions that aren't doing much at all, you know, and some probably ain't doing nothing, period. But I can't answer it. I don't know. You know, I have no idea. Yeah. But they have divisions. And the video that we were watching earlier, that was a division. I can't remember where that division was from. I have it in, well, it actually says it in the beginning. Let me see.
Step out in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't say what. Oh, Division 421. So let me see. UNIA Division 421. Okay, that's the Atlanta division. It's a local branch of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Community League, UNIA ACLU, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea. They do have websites, like official websites. This is the one. This just says UNIA ACL government. Here, I'll put this in the chat if you guys want to go look. Yeah, and then it shows Chicago. There's 2 divisions listed here in Chicago. There's a division in Detroit. Curacao Island, it says on there. But I just put the link in. You guys can look at it if you like. There's an Atlanta division, Baltimore, Buffalo. Yeah, I have no idea. You know, I have no idea. Thanks, guys. But they've been around a long time. Yeah, they were before the Urban League and before the NAACP, I'm sure. Let's see. When was the Urban League created? First established in, oh no, that's something else. Hold on. 1910. Okay, so yeah, so that's been around a while. So 1910, and then NAACP. When was the NAACP created? 1909. Oh, I did not know that. So yeah, it's all about around the same time. Yeah, UNIA created in 1914. Yeah, so it was all around the same time. Yeah. Okay, thanks, guys. So well. Usually Defied says Uncle Nancy intersex association. Stop. Okay, all right. Let's get back to it. Here we go.
I came back at Sunday.
Yeah, and also thanks for all the super chats, everybody. I appreciate it. Here we go.
Going on in here. He said, come back Sunday at 3 p.m. I came back at Sunday at 3 p.m. and it's been 25 years.
Was there something specific that you heard that held you?
Well, my elementary school was 4 walking blocks away from the UNIA. So this is my neighborhood. We had Black history class in the 4th and 5th grade. So that's 9 and 10 years old. In the 6th grade, my father took me to my first family reunion in Washington, D.C. That's when I learned that I was related to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, for whom Marcus Garvey named the first Black Star Line steamship. Yes, Frederick Douglass and
I gotta say it, Umar is not related to Frederick Douglass. The Frederick Douglass family came out and stated that he's not related. Matter of fact. And his daddy took a DNA test and it came back that they're not related. All right. So 2016, the Frederick Douglass family, it's a public statement. To whom it may concern, the family of Frederick Douglass has received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about the legitimacy of his PhD and handling of the donations he's received for a school he is promoting. This is a decade ago. Yeah, but he has a legitimate side D. Okay, but the donations, it's a scam. It's the FDMG school scam. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant, but he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. Yeah, he's crafty. We have researched his explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionist. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regard to the documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. And I think what they're referring to here is who Umar Johnson calls cousin Steve. All right, Stephen. And that would be what Umar Johnson claims his relationship to Frederick Douglass through cousin Steve. But DNA evidence shows, and I'll pull that up in just a moment, that they are not related to Frederick Douglass. So either Steve is not related to Frederick Douglass or Umar's not related to Steve, assuming that Steve is related to Frederick Douglass. That makes sense? So the information he recites correctly is from the public record. So his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from definitive proof. The official Douglas family tree is held, and they said they're very specific. They said the official Douglas family tree is held in the archives at the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C. Mr. Johnson's name is not on it. Okay, and they're very specific. This, by the way, is the Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives. They have a website, and they had posted this on their website back in 2016. Shout out to Black Anonymous. So notice the language here, the official Douglass family tree. And the reason why they're saying official is because this is recognized, I guess you can say legally, as the actual Douglass family tree. What Umar is referring to is something that, and I have it, it's the Kaysen something family. I have the whole, I ordered the book. I've shown it to people too. And so what I'm gathering here just by reading this is that they don't recognize the Kaysen family as being related to Frederick Douglass, and that the official Douglass family tree is something separate from what they're talking about, and that Umar Johnson, his name is not on the family tree. Right? All right, now further evidence though of this can be found when we look at Umar Johnson's father. He took a DNA test, and the Bailey family, the real descendants of Frederick Douglass, they had been in contact with, where they were trying to get Umar to stop lying about being related, but then they end up contacting Umar's father, Jamal. And hold on one second. Yeah, here it is right here. And so what ended up happening is they persuaded Umar to take a DNA test. And Umar, he did. He took a DNA test and he posted this. He also did a video. I don't have the video. That's one of the videos I wish I had. He did a video on YouTube to explain how he wasn't related. This was back in December of 2019. And it says, please read. You know, this social media can be a curse and a blessing. Recently, I obtained and posted my DNA results here, and I do encourage others to take the test. Just don't think you'll know what the results will be. Just based on that test alone, it appears that I am not related to the late, great Frederick Douglass. And if Jamal Johnson is not related to Frederick Douglass, then Umar Johnson is not related to Frederick Douglass. Make sense? It goes on to say, just based on the test alone, it appears as if I'm not related to the late, great Frederick Douglass, as I've been led to believe all my life and have taught to my children. Additionally, it opens up the door to so many other questions related to my family lineage. I am hoping that the results are in error, but it doesn't appear to be so. As a result, I at least accept them as valid, and as such acknowledge that according to the results, I and my children, that would include Umar, are not related to Frederick Douglass, to the Frederick Douglass lineage. How could this have happened? I have no idea. I only know that I will continue to ascertain this, and if it should be in fault, no, it's not in fault, it's DNA, cut it out. You're just like Umar. Make that known also. Needless to say, this shakes me to my core, but it is what it is. I have shared this information with some of my family and will continue to contact others. I am announcing it publicly because I think it's only right to do so. It may mean a lot to some and nothing to others, but it is a truth according to Ancestry.com DNA results. So that's in 2019, but the family had already been saying that they're not related. So in 2019, Umar knows by 2019 that he's not related. We should just say, give him some grace. By 2020, he would know. We were talking about this back then. He should know, and he knows today. But in 2026, he's still lying about it. There's another lie. So I'm telling you, we can catch Umar on so many different lies. This guy lies so much, it's incredible. Yeah, you remember all that drama about the DNA test that Jamal Johnson took. I wish I had that video. If someone ever found it, if they still have it, they send it to me. I'll cash up. I got a cash up. I forgot to do that. Yeah, if anyone has that video and they send it to me, I'll cash up. I'll cash up or PayPal $150. Yeah, it was a big thing. It was a huge thing back in the day. You a descendant of Charlie Brown? Me too. No, I'm just playing. Okay, let me go back and then there was another super chat. Let me
Tom's great grandfather, first cousins, half brother named the first Black Star Line steamship. Yes, Frederick Douglass and my 4 times great grandfather were first when I learned that I was related to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, for whom Marcus Garvey named the first Black Star Line steamship. Yes, Frederick Douglass.
He's lying. This is 2026. His daddy told the truth back in 2019, and Umar knows this. And then the actual family, they issued a public statement back in 2016. This is a decade ago, and Umar still in 2026 is telling the lie. Think about that for a moment. That's diabolical, and he knows it. He knows it. But his identity is so much tied to this idea and notion that he's related to Frederick Douglass. It gives him a sense of worth and a sense of purpose. Just like he wants to be Marcus Garvey, because it gives him a sense of power. That's why he wants to be the President General of the UNIA. And then he names these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, FDMG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey. He's not even related to Frederick Douglass. And in 2026, he knows that. But he still goes with the lie. Okay, that's telling in and of itself. That's what someone had said earlier. I think it was Enterprise. People give Umar a pass. They give him a black pass all the time, but he lies incessantly. And it's not even necessary. Why not just tell the truth? Your daddy told the truth. And if your daddy ain't related, you ain't related. But he continues to lie in 2026, a decade after the family said that he wasn't related. And about 7 years after his daddy admitted or took the DNA test and realized that they weren't related. Well, Umar, he's something else. Okay, I got to remember who that brother was that found the one segment from last week. I was supposed to send him. Yeah, I got to go through my emails. Yeah, I'll put it on my list after the show. I'll yeah, and I'm looking for the full video though. He had a segment. It's from Black Anonymous. I actually have that already, but I'm gonna send him a little something anyway. But if anyone has the full copy or full version of that video when Umar was in the hotel room, I want the whole thing. And then he actually goes off the screen and says, "I need to turn the heat down," and he takes a hit of something. Okay, and then he comes back on the screen. If anyone has the whole full length video, I'll cash app you $150 or pay probably $150. But I'm gonna send this brother something anyway, just because. Okay. So let me just check. I think there was another super chat. Yeah. So user 225 says 225 more related to Lenon than Umar Johnson is Frederick Douglass. This is actually true. It's more than likely this is true. Okay. But Umar still lies about it. See, can you imagine that the actual family, they have a foundation, the actual family of Frederick Douglass, the true descendants, they actually say, hey, listen, you're not related. Because they have researchers and everything. They have a one guy, it's a white guy. He does all of the, what do they call that? What's the ancestry stuff? I don't know what the actual scientific term is for it, but that's what he does as a profession. So can you imagine the actual family coming out of this historic figure and way back over a decade ago and saying, hey, listen, you're not related, but Umar still running with the lie. And then by 2019, because they was pressing Umar, but they were also pressing Jamal. Jamal takes a DNA test and it comes back that they're not related. And then here we are in 2026 and Umar is still saying that he's related. It's crazy. Thanks, you, Divine. CJ says, can the Douglass family take Umar to court for repeatedly claiming false ancestry? I know they only win some crack rocks, but still, no. Could they? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Could they take him to court? I guess they could. But what would they sue him for, though, exactly? If Umar's profiting off of Frederick Douglass' name, then maybe I would think. And then saying, and he's profiting, but based upon him saying that he's related, I would think that would probably be it. But again, like you're saying, Umar, what they going to, they would spend way more money in legal fees than they would at some sort. But the thing is, they at least try to see if they get a cease and desist on this guy to have him stop. They may have already sent them one, but Umar is going to continue to run with the lie because he's a pathological liar. And like I said, his whole identity is tied to this. Remember, he was told that he was related. He was told a lie that he was related to Frederick Douglass. Back in 6th grade, he was around 11 years old. Why didn't his daddy tell him about that when he was 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10? Because that's important information, right? But he tells him, and well, one of they weren't. For one, Jamal, he wasn't around a lot. Okay, I've already talked about that, but they did live together for a while back in 1981. A year after Umar's born, his daddy, he enters the military, joins the Marine in 1975-ish, and he's stationed in South Carolina, not in Philadelphia, at Paris Island. And then he's traveling. He's in North Carolina. He's in Okinawa, Japan, Virginia. He's back in Okinawa, Japan, Jacksonville, North Carolina again, Paris Island, South Carolina, Quantico, Virginia, Jacksonville again. And then he retires in 1985. That's the year that he tells Umar that he tells a lie, because it is a lie, that he's related to Frederick Douglass. Okay. Then I've always said there's two things here. One, it proves that he wasn't present enough to tell him that information. You see what I'm saying? But it also shows that the potential, at least, that it's a lie. That Jamal knew that it was a lie, because you would think that if he knew it, he would have somehow relayed that information to Umar. At the very least, when Umar was living with him on base with Umar's mama and the rest of the kids. Okay, that's when Umar tells the Aiden story, right? They were living on base, right? So anyway, yeah, I don't know if they could. They may have already sent them a cease and desist. But again, Umar at 11 years old, low self-esteem. He still has low self-esteem, low self-worth. I think that made Umar feel special. And he still feels special because of this lie that he was told. There's a video. I remember one time Umar says, he said, yeah, I did this, I did that. I'm related to Frederick Douglass. And then he goes, and basically, I'm the Messiah. He makes him feel special, okay? But it's a lie, and he's still telling the lie to this day. Thanks, CJ. Ready R for Ramen says, it was me, Lenon. I'm a sister. What? I'm a sister. What are you talking? Oh, okay. Now I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, my bad. Okay, you're the one who sent me the link. Yeah, but I don't. Let me see if I can find. I gotta find. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, I'll send you a little something. Where is it at? Yeah, I don't see it. No, I have the email right here, but I don't see where you post it. Let me hit this right here. Yeah, I don't see. I know you sent it. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, that's CashApp, right? Okay. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll get this video going, and I'll see a little something. Okay, thanks, Radar for Rob. He said, and it's a sister. Okay, all right. And then 2 jewels, a silver star from Liz. Thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, did I get to everyone? Okay. All right, let's get back to the main video, everybody. There's so many different ways we can deal with this. Umar, he lies so much, it's incredible. We already caught him in 2 major lies already.
My great-grandfather were first cousins. Yes, Frederick Douglass, for whom Marcus Garvey named the first Black Star Line steamship. Yes, Frederick Douglass and my 4 times great-grandfather were first cousins, half brothers, because the slave master raped both of their mothers. So that was my.
Yeah, there's no actual proof that they are brothers. There's no proof of that. Okay, so let's see how Umar explains this.
Inspiration for Black consciousness, and then I met Garveyism around the corner.
So he's saying that his inspiration for Black consciousness was when he was told that he was related to Frederick Douglass in the 6th grade. Okay, but he doesn't know about Marcus Garvey until his junior year in college. Umar, cut it out.
Did you learn about Garvey in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic.
Some of us have gone through all of that, but we didn't stay the road. What made you stay the road?
I believe
cut it out, Timu Cat Williams.
I was born to do.
Someone called him Timu Cat Williams yesterday. I'm just playing.
I was raised, my mother Christian Baptist. My father was Sunni Orthodox Islam. Neither one of them particularly gave us Black consciousness. They gave us good character, hard work.
What? Good character. We were talking about this yesterday. You are a poor character. Scamming and scheming and being a skeezer. Don't take care of your kids, deadbeat. Don't have a job or a legitimate business. Living with your mama at the age of, now you're 52, living off your mama in Section 8 housing. Cut it out. What is he talking about? That's another lie right there. And let me not get into, because again, I've done all the research on his siblings too. Listen, y'all. Okay, Umar, you need to stop. Okay, I'm not gonna go there though. I'm not gonna go there. But Umar, you need to stop. Okay, I have all the receipts. Anyway.
One of them particularly gave us black consciousness. They gave us good character, hard work, love and service to others.
What do you mean hard work? First of all, good character, stop. What hard work are you talking about? Going on vacation? He's always on vacation. This over here in Jamaica was vacation. So he had to take care of his mom in Section 8 housing. He ain't working on no school. He always trying to go somewhere. Umar is everywhere, except up at these trap battles, except taking care of his mama. Talk about hard work. What hard work? Has anyone in the chat room, hold on. Has anyone in this Cookie Crush chat, has any of y'all ever seen Umar do hard work? And if so, give me some examples, please. Talking about character, stop. Hard work, cut it out. Service to the people, all you do is beg. That's not service. You just take. Where's my cash app? Here it is. I only use it for my kids. Remember back in the day, you get a quarter and you be so happy. You get a dime because you can buy stuff back in the day with a dime and a nickel. You guys remember them days? These days, you give your dollar. If you get $5, if you get $1 back in the day, you was happy. You give your child like a $10, they look at you funny. It's like, I don't want that. I was trying to give him some quarters one time. I said, what's that? I said, these are quarters. He said, Dad, just stop playing. I said, I'm serious. These are quarters. What do you do with them? Okay. That's Umar at work is driving a rental car. Listen, I know we can't come up with nothing. I can't come up with nothing. I can't think of anything. I'm talking about hard work. Stay out the going, Cosmo Princess. Thanks for being a mod too. By the way, I went through the mods and I had so many, and a lot of people I ain't seen up in here in like years. So if there's anyone who shows up and they realize their mod stickers gone, just let me know. I'll get you back. You can email me or you can just let me know inside the chat room. Okay. Thanks, guys, little princess, for the super chat. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Can't nobody come up with it. He made an FDMG box. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, tearing up the Cinnabons at the airport. I remember that. One time Umar was at the, because he always on vacation. One time Umar was at the airport and he had some Cinnabons. It's expensive. The food at the airports is expensive too. Them Cinnabons probably cost about $15 each, but he was tearing them bad boys up. Yeah, Deshaun. Lying is hard work, but in all seriousness, we can't think of anything. Okay, what's up? He's be searching for crack rocks in the street. Yeah. He went to town. In quotations, he went to town on those toilets. Okay, that was crazy. That toilet thing. That was horrible. That is going. I wasn't going to exclude it from the document. I'm going to put it in there just to be petty. Yeah, he was making more mess. How's it going, Keylocker? No, seriously, can we think of anything? I can't think of anything. The service of panhandling. Yeah, I'm sure that there are people, but they don't. I mean, people got to do their research. That's all. And here's the thing: if Umar, let's say if Umar was reformed, that would be different. Okay, so let's say he screwed up in the past, and okay, all is forgiven. He makes changes in his life, and he's not doing what he was doing before. Then okay. But that's not the case with Umar. He's still doing the same type of shady shit that he's always been doing. But I guess people, again, they give him a pass and they haven't done the research. Social media has a lot to do with it too. You know, social media has a lot to do with it because people see people on social media and they just give them a pass automatically, you know? All right. Okay. Yeah, that's all he do is take. And where's my cash app? PayPal. Yeah, I remember he danced with the shovel in the snow. I remember that one. What's up, Lil Suck says, remembering all the lies you done told is hard work. Yeah. he's told so many lies. But the thing is, I don't think Umar remembers all the lies that he's told. There's no way. As a matter of fact, I know he doesn't remember all the lies he's told. He's told so many lies over the many decades. It's incredible. I mean, he lies about FDMG all the time. He always has an excuse. It's always sabotage. The current lie is the black Jamaican immigrant is sabotaging him, and it's because the Jamaican doesn't like black people who are in the United States of America, and Umar has DACA, which is the descendant of African, or DAFA, descendant of African freedmen in America, to delineate between, descendants of slaves here in the United States of America versus immigrants, black immigrants. That's a whole big old lie. Just with FDMG alone. He don't remember. I don't think he remembers all the lies he's told about FDMG. And then on top of that, all the other lies when he talks about ADHD doesn't exist, and when he quotes statistics, he's coming up with these statistics. We go fact check him, and he's just coming up with anything. Well, I can't remember what the figure was. One time he said black people use like 90% of all beauty products in the United States. What are you talking about? We looked that up. I said, come on, stop with the foolishness. So I don't think he remembers all of the lies that he's told. There's no way, because he's told so many. Okay? That would be hard work, though. Goodness. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard work to lie like that. I don't see how he does it so effortlessly. Okay? Thanks, Lil. CJ also says, if only Umar was like Pinocchio, where his bumpity bump would grow every time he, oh man. Now, let me get that over there. Yeah, I feel bad that I even brought it up. I brought it up quite a few times, and because I know Umar's history more than he realizes. And that situation right there has been around a lot longer than what most people realize. And Umar knows what I'm talking about. Umar, you watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So I try to have some level of grace. But last year he was tripping, and he doxed my wife and was acting a damn fool. So I said, okay. Anyway, thanks, CJ, for the super chat. Was it CJ? Yeah, CJ. Okay, and then Liz sent in 10 jewels, a gold coin. Thank you so much for the gold coin. I appreciate that. God's little princess says he told thousands of, yeah, it's thousands. Okay, it's not hundreds, it's thousands at this point. This guy lies, and that's just what we know about, right? All right. Okay. Thanks, God's little princess. Okay, let's get back to the main video, because I want to try to have a short show here. Here we go.
But not the black consciousness. So for me to be how I am, I think the ancestors put it in me.
Can we talk a little bit about black consciousness?
Sure.
What that looks like in today's world. Well, certainly where you live. No, that's my goodness, what a time.
What a time.
In the United States of America.
What a time.
But globally, when we talk about black consciousness, and when we talk about the Pan African movement, what are we talking about that?
Pan Africanism, I could sum up in 3 main points. All members, blood members of the African race constitute a single, unique family, and that racial identity as an African supersedes every other identity. It's
okay. Well, if that's the case, then why did Umar create DAFA, which delineates between African Americans or Black Americans in the United States of America who are descendants of slaves, delineates between that group, it's a group in Umar's mind, that group, and Black immigrants, as in Black immigrant from Jamaica that's sabotaging FDMG. You see how he contradicts himself right there? But he says it's all one. We all one. No, well, if we're all one, you shouldn't be delineating that way, right? But see, he will delineate in preparation for the lie that he tells about, and he throws Jamaicans under the bus. He says that a Black Jamaican immigrant is sabotaging FDMG and the certificate of occupancy. So just based upon that alone, and Umar setting this lie up way in advance when he creates DAFA, which is the descendants of African freedmen in America, which is separate from immigrants, Black immigrants. Okay, he sets this up. That's a total contradiction to what he's talking about here with Pan Africanism. That's what I'm saying. Umar's not a true Pan Africanist. He's too divisive, even prior to the DAFA, and lying on throwing Jamaicans under the bus and Black immigrants under the bus. He was already divisive. That's why I say Umar's not a Pan Africanist, not in a traditional sense. Okay, here we go.
More important than being Christian as an African supersedes every other identity. It's more important than being Christian. It's more important than being Muslim. It's more important than being Jamaican. It's more important than being an American African. It supersedes everything. Why? Because God made us African. The only thing you belong to that God chose was your Africanity. Everything else your family chose, you chose. So for us, the African identity is supreme. Number two, whatever is to be done for African people must be done by African people. Self-determination without any interference from any alien group. That is very important. Number three, repatriation and reclamation of Africa. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said, a strong man is strong everywhere. I travel all over the world. Wherever you see the Chinese, they're strong. Wherever you see the Indian, they're strong. Wherever you see the Jew or the Anglo-Saxon, they're strong. And wherever you see the African, we are economically, psychologically, and politically compromised. It is a global reality. So we would say as Pan-Africanists, and as Marcus Garvey Pan-Africanists in particular, until Africa rises, the rest of us cannot. You cannot separate the progress of Jamaica from the progress of Africa. You cannot separate the progress of Black America or Brazil or the UK or Australia, any group. You cannot separate it from the progress of Africa as the mother.
See what I'm saying? Boy, Umar, he's something else. Hold on a second.
Progress of Black America or Brazil or the UK or Australia, any group. You cannot separate it from the progress of Africa. As the mother goes, so goes the children.
Right. What about reparations?
Reparations is very important.
Yeah.
And as you know, this past March, President John Mahama of Ghana, and I just received my Ghanaian citizenship last year, and I have ancestry from Ghana as well. He was in New York City, the historic United Nations resolution declaring the transatlantic slave trade the worst crime in human history. Subsequent to that, he came to North Philadelphia, my neighborhood, Temple University. I had the opportunity to see him speak. I actually received my citizenship the day before he was sworn in Ghana. So I didn't get a chance to see him then because I was flying out, but I did see him in North Philadelphia. Didn't get a chance to meet, but I heard the message. So I appreciate what he did. Continuing on the legacy of Osachifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and others, reparations is key. However, we cannot wait for it. We must continue to work. My concern about the reparations push is too many diasporan Africans. We, the children of the transatlantic slave trade, we're waiting. We can't wait. We continue to fight for reparations, and we continue to fight to improve our condition where we are as it is. You cannot wait. That would be a trap.
Yep. Dr. Ifatunde, we were speaking before we came on.
Sir.
And one of my friends, when they heard I was going to interview you, he said, I should ask you because you said you should not marry outside of your race.
Absolutely.
And he said, what about Jamaica? We're out of many one people, so we have different kinds of Jamaicans. We look differently. And if some people might say there's a white Jamaican. So,
well, let's be clear about something, though. Here in the United States of America, if you have ancestry that was enslaved, it's extremely likely that you have ancestors who were quote unquote white or European. There's a reason why African Americans don't look like we from the continent. Like, and truth be told, African American is an ethnic group. It's not a race, quote unquote race, which is a bunch of foolishness anyway. But the same thing applies to Jamaica. And a lot of places around the world. Umar, he has ancestry from Cuba. His great grandfather, and I have the document, I can actually pull it up and show it to you guys, classified himself as a white Cuban. How many of you guys do that? Hit the one. His name was Cicero. I can pull it up and show you the document right now. See, that's why Jamal looks the way that he does. And yeah, to a degree, that's why Umar looks the way that he does. Umar don't look African, like he's from Africa. You can pick any country in Africa, and ain't nobody look like Umar. Not to be like that. Anyway.
should I not marry a Jamaican? What about Jamaica? We're out of many one people, so we have different kinds of Jamaicans. We look differently. And if some people might say there's a white Jamaican. So should I not marry a Jamaican if she doesn't look like me?
My opinion on interracial marriage, is identical to that of His Excellency Marcus Messiah Garvey. No black man has any business dating, mating, or procreating outside of the race. No black.
Okay. Someone, I want to fact check this, and I think maybe we fact checked it before. Someone has said that Marcus Garvey, anyway, that Marcus Garvey, that there was some woman from France or something like that. I can't remember. Let me. Someone in the chat. By the way, rated R for Robin. Yeah, your Cash App. Can you email me again? Because this Cash App, I think maybe it's a typo. Maybe you meant to hit space in between your Cash App and I'm not sure. Yeah, this isn't yeah, this has to be a typo because it's not coming up based upon what you put. Yeah, if it's possible to email me again, let me know. Anyway, so Marcus Garvey, I can't remember what that was. Yeah, I know one thing, Umar, he sure did compliment that white woman. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. he sent the checkers in the mail. Hold on a second. Let me find this video right quick. Because Umar, he will run his mouth, but he sure did. He was trying to shoot his shot with that one white lady with the big hands. Here we go, right here. This is from 2022. You're such a hypocrite.
Pan Africanism, peace and Pan Africanism.
The Lucy.
Gorgeous. How we doing there, gorgeous?
Soy. Solid. All right. I want to try your black-eyed pea hummus.
Okay.
All right.
How are you doing?
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Africanism. Peace and Pan Africanism, peace and Pan Africanism.
Yeah, this isn't from 2020. This is before. I have this inside of it's a mashup. It's a show intro.
How are you doing?
How we
Okay, radar for Rob. Let me check.
doing there, gorgeous?
But you hear how he says, "How you doing there, gorgeous?" He's talking to the white lady. And then watch what he does with the phone, because this is another example of him with his voyeurism.
All right. I want to try your black-eyed
See how he keeps the phone on her body.
pea hummus.
Okay.
I also want to do sesame kale salad.
Large or small?
Large.
Okay.
And what is tempeh? What is that?
Tempeh is cultured soy.
It's cultured soy. Let me go with I'm gonna try it. The smothered
The
tempeh.
tempeh?
How we doing there, gorgeous? How we doing there, gorgeous? How we doing there, gorgeous?
I attended 3 predominantly white colleges.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
I went to Millersville University in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, predominantly white.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Lehigh University, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, predominantly white.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, predominantly white.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
There were white girls who were attracted to me in undergrad.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
There were white girls who were attracted to me in graduate school.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
There were white girls attracted to me in my doctoral program.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
I've always had white women who were interested in a romance with the Prince of Pan Africanism.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
I've always had that. They bought me clothes. They slid stuff under my door. They invited me out to dinner.
Huh?
They offered me cookies from their cookie jar.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
They left cards on my desk in the middle of class for everybody to see it. Yes, I had white women pursue me at every level of education.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Did I date a single one? I did not. Did I disrespect them? I did not. I respect all human beings. I respect all human beings. But I did not date any of them. Were some of them attractive? Absolutely.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Some of them were built just like black women.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Some of them grew up with black women.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Those white women were not unattractive at all.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
They were 5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian. They were 5'5", thick in the thighs, but they were Caucasian.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
And I did not have intercourse with any of them. Ever. Ever.
How we doing there, gorgeous?
Okay?
I done found condoms, alcohol.
All right. Anyway. Okay. So let's get back to the video. Here we
Has
go.
any business dating, mating, or procreating to that of His Excellency Marcus Messiah Garvey?
She doesn't look like me.
My opinion on interracial marriage is identical to that of His Excellency Marcus Messiah Garvey. No black man has any business dating, mating, or procreating outside of the race. No black woman has any business dating, mating, or procreating outside of the race. There are more black women in the world than any other population. She outnumbers everybody.
Again, race is a social construct. But the thing is that if a white person said this, then they would be racist. But Umar says it and he gets a pass. And by the way, he's not committed to any black women. He's just running through them. He's sexually exploiting them. So you black women, just be aware of what's really going on here. He can talk this talk. It sounds nice, but he's not committed to not one of y'all. He's created 3 baby mamas at least in Philadelphia alone. Don't take care of none of his kids. Ain't married not one. And when he says dating, he's talking about sex. He's not interested in commitment. He's not interested in marriage, but he sure does have all this to say about what black people need to be doing, just like slave masters used to say the same bullshit back in the day. But Umar says that he gets a pass. Goofy.
As a population. So if you don't like the African women in Jamaica, go to Haiti, go to Brazil, go to Barbados, go to Africa, go to Canada.
Okay, why would you say if you don't like the black women in Jamaica, then go to another country? What do you mean? Like all the black women in Jamaica are the same? What kind of stupid logic is this? I shouldn't say logic because it's not logical. What kind of stupidity is this? If you don't like them in the United States, then you can go to Canada. What are you talking about? He ain't got no sense. He ain't got no sense about relationships whatsoever. Okay. Ready for off Rama? I sent you that cash. Yeah. Next time, make it whatever the double. I don't know what the double it is. Okay. All right. Yeah, he is. He's just ignorant. Yeah, he's a passport pro. Goofy. Larry says, wait, the good girl said it's on printer paper. What are you talking about? That's my podium. I had that podium for about, I don't know, it's been about 5 years. I've been saying I'm gonna do these skits, but that's yeah, but I'm gonna fix that. That's the rough draft version, okay? Give me a break, Larry. All right, thanks, Larry. What's up, Dreezy Drummer? Says law still no school, bumpity bump. Yeah, it's still no school. He ain't even talking about it. Let me go see if he said anything about it up here on his Instagram. Let's see what he put up there today. Oh, he got some Snow Bunny information on there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, something about Ricky Smiley. So now he's going at, I guess he's going at Ricky Smiley now. He always going at somebody. Yeah, ain't nothing up here about no school. Yeah, it says NBA champions marrying outside the race. Did she say she prayed to God for a husband and he sent her a white man? Yeah, I don't know who he's talking about, but I guess it's on the Ricky Smiley show. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Umar always going at celebrities. Yeah, and it's still in school. He ain't posting nothing about no school up here in a while. He ain't been up there in a while either. Okay. When that money go low again, he'll go back up there. Okay, thanks, Drizzy Drummer, Dre, for the super chat. Lewis Suck says, why is that dude dressed like a butler? I don't know. It's colorful. I don't know why he's dressed like that. People were calling him. They were calling him Timu Cat Williams. I don't know. You know, different people dress different ways. You know, Jamaican. I've seen people in Jamaica. They dress with a lot of different colors and that type of stuff. But he's dressed. I mean, he's dressed the way he want to dress. Lewis Suck. You know. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Cheryl, what's up? Cheryl Secondborn says, why do people ask this dude anything in regards to relationships? He's a colossal failure when it comes to that. Yeah, and history has proven that. Yeah, his history has proven that. 3 baby mamas. He don't take care of his kids either. That's another aspect of relationships. But he has no relationship with his kids. But in terms of male-female relationships, you got at least 3 baby mamas in Philadelphia alone. I'll propose he has more around the world. He's never been married. He's never talked about being in a long-standing relationship with a woman. His nephew said back in the day he never saw Umar with a woman or a girlfriend. He lives with his mama in Section 8 housing at the age of 52. That's an enmeshment issue. That's relational too. And he's running through as many women as he can at the age of 52. That's crazy. He has a problem. I think he has a sex addiction. So it's not about relationships. Umar never talks about I'm talking about what it would be like in a marriage or a relationship. He'll say I want 2 wives. I'm gonna tell you the reason why Umar says 2 wives is because that way he can tell some random woman that, yeah, I think you're my first wife, but I gotta find another one. So then he can still be on the prowl indefinitely, even though that ain't no first wife. He ain't married. If you 52, you ain't even been married yet, but you running through all these women. No, you ain't interested in being married. He's interested in being a male hoe. And yet people, they go to him for advice on relationships. That's crazy. Makes no sense whatsoever. That's why when I hear Umar talk about relationships, it sounds to me like someone who's in junior high school, maybe high school. He doesn't have like wisdom or a perspective that's reflective of someone who has wisdom, as someone who's been in relationships, been married, or anything like that. He just sounds like a teenager, and he's 52. So yeah, it makes no sense. He's a colossal failure when it comes to relationships. So I've yet to hear him tell one story about being in a long-standing relationship with a woman. That's crazy. He's 52. And all him running his mouth, I've not heard him one time. Right. Thanks, Cheryl Secondborn, for the super. I hope you're doing all right, too. Lewis Luck says, Becky's hands have been in the combat for sure. Yeah, she has some big old hands. She did. Wow. Becky. Okay. But Umar took his shot. That's his way of taking the shot. Hey, you're gorgeous. Yeah, but I thought you said we're not supposed to be trying to get at white women. I'm gonna tell you, if Umar had an opportunity to get with a white woman and no one would find out, he would do it. It's that simple. It's just his rhetoric, and he's so stuck in that paradigm now because of the phrase "Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never," and that's just like Samboism. It's more like shucking and jiving when he says that. That's what he's going to be remembered for, not for opening up a school, not for doing something tangible or real for the Black community. He's going to be remembered for that phrase, just like JJ and Dynamite. You know, there's certain people that they're remembered for a phrase. Well, that's Umar. But truth be told, if he can get with a white woman and keep it secret, he would do it in a heartbeat because he don't care. He'll get with anything he can get with. Okay, and by the way, if you want to get with a white woman, you want to get whatever kind of woman you want, that's your business as a man. Because a woman is a woman at the end of the day. I don't know what Umar's talking about, goofy. He has no clue what he's talking about. A woman is a woman. All right. Thanks, Lewis Luck. Cheryl Secondborn says, so the bunnies just bought you clothes off the GP, huh? Yeah, right. I know. So here's the thing. If that story is true, then there's something else had been going on. It's the one. Because a woman ain't just going to buy you clothes for no, just because. That's ridiculous unless there's something else going on, right? Or Umar's just making up shit, which he always do. He's just lying again. I don't know. What do y'all think? Yeah, there sure are. And I don't prescribe to the social construct of race. Okay. But there are beautiful women, I'll just say everywhere. They don't matter where you go on the planet. There's just what it is. And I'm married. My wife and I, we're good. We've been together for over 25 years. But I can acknowledge a good looking woman. Okay. And it don't matter. Listen, they probably got in Alaska. I bet they do. Listen, they all over. They all over the planet. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So what I'm saying is either Umar's lying about that, Cheryl Secondborn, or if they were giving him clothes and giving him notes. He high school, right? He's supposed to be in college at that time, but they give him little notes for everyone can see. He sound like a little kid. What are you talking about, Umar? So either he lied about the whole situation or he was dealing with white women. And if he was, so what? It's okay. Frederick Douglass was a bunny hopper, so who cares? It's no big deal. He wanted him a white woman. He got him a white woman. Her name was Helen Pitts. Is it a big deal? No, I don't care. Who cares? He wanted some of them. Let me stop. He wanted some of them vanilla cookies. All right. Let's see. He's circling. Cheryl Secondborn. Umar be rubbing off on me. Yeah, she wants some of them vanilla Cinnabons. All right. Okay. Lenon, I'm gonna email you now the video. Snort. Okay. I already have it. Well, I need the whole full one. That's what I'm talking about. So if you got that one, yeah, email it to me. Okay. Let me see. Someone just okay. Maybe let me see. You found it. And I already have it. I just didn't know what it was called. But yeah, this is it. I'm a cash app you. Hold on a second. Yeah, I know I have this one because this is off of King Kong Consciousness. Wow, all this time. Okay, hold on one second. Let me check my 2022 folder. I know I have this one because I downloaded everything off of King Kong Consciousness YouTube page. And then I just need to click Welcome Black History Month. Oh, it's not coming up. Maybe I don't have it in here. Yeah, it's not coming up in my 2020 folder. Let me see when this went up. Maybe, yeah, I think I know why. Because when it appeared online, hold on a second. Yeah, it's from 6 years ago. So, yeah, it should be in 2020. Yeah, maybe I don't have it. I have the short clip, but this is the full version. Yeah, I'm shocked that I don't have this. Let me look for welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I thought I downloaded everything off here. Okay. Yeah, let me download this, and then I'll cash app you. Give me a second. Yeah, this went up 2020. Yeah, see, the thing is, it may have actually been from 2000. No, that can't be right. Okay. Okay, let me play this video, and then I'll send you some change. Where's the? Okay, yeah, it went to my spam. Okay, I got it right here. Give me a second. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for sending it to me too. I know I have that video. Well, maybe I don't because I looked at my folder. It didn't populate. I do have another one though on my other drive. Let me just. welcomes. Yeah, let me see if it populates in my other drive. Okay, J. says, I've said it and I'm going to say it again. If Umar Johnson is the answer, good. Yeah, and I've talked about this. The only reason why Umar is perceived to be relevant or like some sort of an answer to the problems facing, I guess, Black society is because it's somewhat of a vacuum in the Black community when we talk, and I'm not talking about all the way across the board. I'm talking about in general here, generalizing that there's a vacuum in terms of Black male leadership in the home in particular. Because if you have a strong Black leader in the home, a Black male who's a father, husband, dedicated to his family, he's not going to have Umar around. He's not going to be taking advice from Umar. Umar's a deadbeat. He's out here running through these women. He's a voyeurist, if that's the appropriate term. And he's video recorded women's body parts and little girls' body parts too, by the way, when he was doing these college tours. A real man, they wouldn't tolerate that. I don't tolerate it. But they wouldn't, and I have it. It's populating right now. Yeah. Wow, I just didn't know what video it was. Yep. And this is the full version too. All right. Yeah, now I got the title of it now. Yeah, see, yeah, I have it under 2020. I don't know why. Yeah, this must be on my other drive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through that other drive. No, I have it in a specific folder. It's called Umar Johnson Threats. I don't know why I put it in here. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Yeah, this is from when I was doing videos on using PowerPoint. Yeah, I got a lot of those older videos too. Yeah, this is the video where Umar was threatening people. Umar, he was tripping. He was threatening people, and he doxed my home address too in that video. Anyway, okay. Anyway, that's the only reason why Umar is perceived to be some sort of a Black leader, because if you had real Black men around, they wouldn't tolerate no goofy like Umar, period. So you have women in particular, Black women, who they're in desperate situations. They're looking for some answers in particular for their children. Some of them are they're lonely and they just want a man in their life. And Umar, he'll go for anything. See, so he preys on the desperation. He does. He's been doing that for a long time. But he's not an answer. He just runs his mouth. Okay, thanks, Jay Civic. Let's see. Liz sent in 2 jewels. Thank you so much. And then Nina Boo, how's it going, Nina Boo? Sent in 2 jewels. Said 100. Thank you so much. Randy says just daydreaming and BS and all day and everything. Yeah, Umar, he's in a state of arrested development. He has this childlike imagination. He comes up with all types of stuff. He'll come up with it on the spot, right? And nothing ever comes into fruition. But he'll keep running his mouth, and he just goes on and on and on. That's what he does. That's another reason why Umar, he doesn't get things done, because he's a talker. He's an idea guy. He's not a doer. He's not someone who manifests things. I'm talking about based upon what he imagines. He can't bring things in. That's why FDMG doesn't exist to this day. Yeah. Thanks, Randy. A lady says, it's possible they treated him like the class pet. I don't know. Well, Umar was a nerd type, that's for sure. And no disrespect, because I'm a nerd too. I've admitted it. I'm into sci-fi. I watch I watch Star Trek, Star Wars. I also watch Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's his name. I like statistics. So hey, it is what it is. I like technology. I like opening up stuff. I don't do it now these days, but I like opening up stuff to see how things look inside of stuff. All right. So yeah, maybe they treated Umar like a class pet. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't think, I think that Umar's telling a story. I don't think that there were white women that were giving him gifts and sending him notes and while he's in college. I don't believe any of that foolishness. That's just him and his own little imagination as someone who's in a state of arrested development, coming up with stories that a junior high school student would come up with. See? That's what I think. Right. Thanks, lady. Jay Civic says, shit, Gabrielle Union hollered at me. You might as well, okay? Gabrielle, because Umar one time, he said Lauryn Hill kissed him on the cheek. I kid you not. One of the craziest videos you will ever see. So yeah, you got, okay, Gabrielle, you all right? Yeah. What's her name called me? She turned 60. She called me. on her 60th birthday. I said, listen, you can't be calling me anymore. I said, I'm married. I got a wife and kids, but she called me anyway. Yeah, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I said, you need to better stop calling me. All right, thanks, JCSU. Can you play it from the time? Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's on King Kong Conscious page. Yeah, here it is. See, now I'm going to have to go back to that old drive and go through and make sure I got everything on the new drive, because otherwise I'm going to miss. That's going to be so much. That's many hours of work. Goodness. Anyway, so here's the full video right here. Wow, this just takes me back right here. And then the timestamp is at the 30-minute, 45-second mark. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, let's start right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this play. I'll be right back.
In the sense of, you know, the blind leading the blind, because the man has
and
to do
thanks
his
for
job
quiet
as well. And
I'm gonna send you
you know,
cash
be
app.
trustworthy enough to where we can trust to be submissive. But
what you talking about? Now I want to rewind and see. Let's go back. Look at Umar, boy. He looking smoked out. Anyway,
Yahoo.com. No period, no space. One word. Dr.
Salute, brother.
Umar Johnson.
Okay, I'll hit you up.
All right. Peace and black power. Safe travels, brother.
Yes, brother.
All right.
Salute.
Tap in. We got 20 more minutes. Tap in. I got to get ready for my training here in Louisiana tomorrow. Natasha going once. Natasha going twice. Peace and love, beautiful. How you doing?
Dr. Umar.
Where you at in the world, Queen? Where you at?
I'm in Jersey, Central Jersey.
Give me what's in Trenton?
Red Bank, exit 109 off the Parkway.
How far from Trenton?
About an hour.
Okay, so not closer to Newark?
Yeah, about 45 minutes from Newark.
Okay. What's your take on the Snow Bunny crisis, my queen? What's going
on? So I agree with you that I don't believe it's the Black woman's fault, but I don't believe we make it any easier. So, for instance, and you know, when you have Black men and so many areas of their lives, you know, it seems like they're taking an L, whether it's with their careers, you know, and the reason being why it seems like they're taking an L is because of the white man. Then it's like, well, why not get, you know, back at them when they can easily get with their daughters, their wives, you know, and for the Black women. And it's so funny because I was just having this conversation earlier today with a friend of mine, but for the Black women, when we are not in a position of power in a multitude of areas of our lives, we tend to fight for power at home. So now it becomes a power struggle, and now we're at a place, we're not in our roles and our.
Yeah, you just placating to Umar and his rhetoric, because Umar says that about Black women. They won't let me be a man. Sissy. You mean a woman ain't gonna let you be a man? That's ridiculous. That's one of the stupidest things. What kind of man are you when a woman gotta let you be a man? And you an alpha male too? Well, you know, the Black women, they just won't let me, they wouldn't let me be a man. What are you talking about? What is she, your mama? What are you, 10? 8, 9, or 10 years old and she's your mama? What are you talking about? So stupid. Umar used to talk like that. You know, the Black woman won't let the Black man be a man. Stop. What are you talking about? That's all I know. They don't know nothing about no male-female relationships. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna send you that Cash App, but just keep in mind that I already sent someone else a Cash App, and you ain't gonna about to get me in trouble. Like, Why you sending all these cash apps? What are you doing? Hold on 1 second. I just got to make sure. Yeah, this is you because you put your name on here. Okay. I'm going to send this to you right now. You ain't about to get me in trouble. Is this it? Yeah, okay. Because I said 100 for it, but I already done sent somebody else the other part of it. So I'm gonna send you the other part. Here you go. Let me know you got it in the chat room. And thank you. I had the video. I just didn't know what it was called. Okay, but I have it, and I'm gonna archive it properly, and I need it for the documentary because I want to play more of what's being said, not just when Umar goes to turn the heat down, which is coming up real quick. Okay, let's go.
Rightful, roles, and now we're fighting the only person that it seems as though we can pick a fight with being our man. So it's
well, pick a fight. Well, I don't know what kind of relationships people be in these days. Why would you pick a fight with your man? What's going on? I don't get that. Anyway, what's there to fight about? We're gonna pick up. I guess. All right.
It's not our fault, but we definitely don't make it any easier.
What's one area you've observed that sisters can do better in when it comes to
look how smoked out Umar looked.
Holding the brothers down? If it was just one area, if y'all just tweaked it a little bit, it might make a big difference. What do you think that is?
Black Wolf said, Lenon, you're 25 years removed from the. Okay, maybe I just don't know. Okay, all right. I don't know. Is it hard out there? I don't know. I just remember being lonely. That's all. But I never thought like it's hard or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like relationships and I was lonely. Yeah, but then once I found my wife, I was so thankful. I'm still thankful. I'm so thankful. She made not lasagna. What's the other dish? Because I always get them confused. Lasagna, but the other one is the Mexican dish where you put it's like the lasagna, but it's the Mexican version. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe relationships are difficult now, or getting into relationships are difficult for some people. I just knew that I was lonely, and but I was also patient. I wasn't trying to rush into anything. I had options, but maybe times have changed. Maybe things are different. I know that I don't want me to say this, but I know that if I wasn't married if I was able to maintain the experience that I have had, I don't think it would be difficult to find a good woman. See, I hate to talk like that because but I'm just saying. But that's based upon 25 years of being with my wife. Just got to find a good woman, and when you find that good woman, and there's gonna be challenges and stuff. Yeah, I get all that, but listen, I've spent. I remember just being lonely, but then when you have that companionship, it's something, I guess I don't know. I know I'm coming from 25 years of being with a woman. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Black Wolf. Yeah, that's what it is. She's making enchiladas. Yep. She was putting it all together before the show. And then she put it in the oven. I think she came down and took it out already. But she was in there cooking and stuff, and I walked up behind her and gave her a kiss on, you know how you do, yeah. Put my hands in her pockets. Yeah. There wasn't no kids down on this floor, so it was okay. Anyway. All right. Well, let's move on, shall we? Okay. So let's go back to this video real quick, and we're gonna get back to the main video. Okay. And thank you guys so much. Everyone who sent in super chats, thank you for all the support. If you sent in super stickers or gifts, thank you so much. JCSU says, hey, I meant to say if she did, regardless of race, I'm moving on. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So you was talking about Gabriel, you hollered at me. Okay. Yeah, you're saying if she did, regardless of race, I'm moving on that. Yeah, well, again, Umar, that's just rhetoric on Umar's part. I also think it's part of Umar's megalomania, where he feels as if he's so important that he can dictate to other black people who they should be dating. It's just so backwards. And you know, there was a time in the history of the United States of America where, you know, you could go to jail or worse, right, for quote unquote dating outside the race, or marrying outside the race, or having sexual relations outside the quote unquote race. I put that in quotations, okay, race. And there were stringent rules and regulations on that. There were laws and so forth. And you go back even further, you know, into slavery. So here we are in 2026, and Umar, with his megalomania, he's gonna tell black people who they should be dating or making families with or having. That's just crazy. See, and if there was a white person who got online and said, hey, listen, as white people, we should only date with white people, and we should only have sex with white people, and we should only have children with white people, okay, they would be called a racist. But Umar, he gets a pass. Meanwhile, Umar is not married to anybody, and he's out here running through these black women. So what's worse, by the way? I said this many years ago. What's worse? A black man who done ran through hundreds of black women, they got the bumpity bump on his lip, done impregnated at least 3. And he ain't just running through women who's his age. He's 52. A couple of years ago, he was running through a 23-year-old. So what's worse? A black man who's out here with the bumpty bump running through these women, different age ranges, different age groups, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, creating baby mamas, don't take care of none of his kids, don't pay child support on time. Then when his mama calls it at the age of 52 in Section 8 housing, or a black man or a black woman who decides to date outside of the so-called race. And they commit and they get married, they raise a family together. The way I look at it is that people can do whatever they want to. And black people, we're not slaves anymore, including slaves to Umar and his crazy rhetoric. It's ridiculous. Umar's the problem. He's the one running through all these black women and ain't committing to not one of you all. He's the problem. All right. Thanks, Jay Civic. Van Varner says Umar is a snow bunny whisperer for real. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, if Umar had the opportunity, he says he ain't never been with no white woman, but I doubt that. I don't believe that at all, because he'll go for anything. He will. He'll go. James sent me a picture last week of one of these women that Umar dealing with, and no, I didn't respond with what I wanted to say, bro, because I didn't want to have that email for me. But he'll go for anything, and you know what I'm talking about. So that's just rhetoric for Umar. If he can get with a white woman and it be kept secret, he would do it in a heartbeat. Okay? Thanks, Van Varner. Here go a couple more dollars. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't give it too many cash apps today. All right. But it's worth it. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you so much. Now, I still need to find that video where Umar, he said that he's going to teach the kids how to fly helicopters, and that the parents would fly into the airport on an airplane, and then the kids will pick them up in the helicopter and then transport their parent to FDMG in the helicopter. Okay, so that's another 100. If anyone finds that video, if they have that video, that's 100 Cash App or PayPal. This video right here is 100, but I have to split it up because I already sent someone something partial on that. And then if anyone has the Umar Johnson video where he talks about how he's not related to Frederick Douglass, I'll cash up your PayPal $150. Okay? Yeah, I'm thinking of other videos too. But every once in a while, I'll make mention of this. Okay, so thank you guys so much, and thank you for the support, Larry, for a couple more dollars. See, I could say it now. Back months ago, I was trying to say it. I couldn't say it, but people, they said, this is how you said it. I can say it now. Well, that's what Umar be saying. I am Monalis. Yeah. Thanks, Larry. And then how's it going, Island Girl? Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And the gun club. That's another thing Umar, he came up with. He said it was going to be a gun club. That's crazy. So he's going to be teaching, because he's supposed to start 4th, 5th, Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I think, or is it 3rd, 4th, and 5th? So you're gonna have a gun club for 4th, 5th, 6th graders? Boy, Umar, he will say anything. Wasn't that the Big Papa podcast? No, because this video is an old video where he was talking about the helicopters. Now he may have mentioned helicopters in one of the Big Papa podcasts. I only have 2 of the episodes. If anyone has all the Big Papa podcast, if you have all of them, and you send them to me, I'll cash up you $100 or PayPal you $100. Okay, I only have 2 of them. But Jimmy Jamboree, the video I'm talking about where he's talking about the helicopters, this is an old video. Like this is early. I would think this is probably 2013, 14, maybe 15. Yeah, so it's over a decade ago. Yeah, I wish I had that video. Yeah, he does. He has a wild imagination. He's going to build a hospital, on campus. Yeah, one time he said he's going to build. This was on a Big Pop podcast. He was going to build an observatory on top of the roof of these trap banners of Wilmington, Delaware. You know how expensive that would be? Just hypothetically, let's see. How much would it cost to build an observatory? $144 million to billions of dollars. And he said he's going to build on top of the roof. That's a whole nother problem. Yeah, there's different tiers. High-end custom, professional research. Because he said he wants to be able to see the surface of planets. Okay, that technology does not exist. Now, you can see a planet, but you can't see the actual surface. Okay, the surface indicates where you can actually see the soil or if it's a water planet or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So that would have to be a professional. So anywhere from $140 million to $1 billion, and then he's gonna build it on top of the roof, on the roof. That's one of my dreams is to be able to have like one of those night. They have smart telescopes now. And where I can go and go look at the stars and stuff like that. That's one of my, I hope I'll be able to do it before I get up off of this planet. That's one of my bucket list things. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, where were we? It got blown. Oh yeah, we're watching the video with Umar. He's about to turn the heat down. Did I get to all the super chats? No, let me get to all these super chats real quick. Thank you guys so much for being supportive. I appreciate it. Van Varner says Umar is a prince of cookie crunch. Yeah, that's his main objective. Okay. Well, let me take, and thanks, Larry. Let me take that back. Umar's main objective is to get money. And money is what puts him in a position to get crushed to cookies, to get the substances, okay, whether that's popping pills or taking a hit, going on, turn the heat down. That's what allows Umar to gamble, because Umar has a gambling addiction. See, you're not, if you don't have a gambling addiction, you're not going to post on your Facebook, on your Instagram page that you're going to be gambling on NBA games or NFL games. You're not going to do that, especially if you're getting money from Black people and that money's supposed to be going towards opening up a school. You're not going to be live streaming yourself gambling at a casino. He's done that twice, but he comes from a culture. His family culture is, they're a culture of gamblers. This was his nephew explained that, and it made perfect sense to me. I said, okay, now I see that's what is part. In some families, that's what they're into gambling. Other families, they're into sports. Some families, there's just tech stuff. I had a friend. He wasn't a friend, but he was really smart. Back in high school, he came from a family of lawyers. You see, some families are families of doctors, and that's what they pass down as a legacy. Well, Umar comes from a family of gamblers. So I just want to be clear, Van Varner, Umar, the money is what enables him to do all of these things and to indulge in his different addictions, including crushing cookies. See, that's why Umar, he talks more about crushing cookies than anything else. Even when he's talking about Snow Bunny crisis, this is tied to crushing cookies. Years and years ago, I did this whole breakdown, a whiteboard where, dry erase marker, and I was talking about Umar's different tiers of addiction. But all of it is enabled through the money. So his main goal is to get the money. And by getting the money, that's what it allows him to indulge in all these other things. It's a problem, too, because he has so many vices. I'm trying to think, what are my vices? Do I have vices? I don't know, maybe live streaming with you and hanging out with you guys. That's all I can think of. I don't do alcohol. I don't do drugs. Yeah, I don't have time. I mean, I got 5 kids. I'm so behind in life. I ain't got time to be wasting time on stuff like that, you know, on anything like that. So yeah, maybe live streaming. I wouldn't call it a vice, but you know, I have a good time, and I'm talking about like, yeah, there's things I need to do though. I need to exercise and get proper sleep. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Van Vorn. I was just trying to think. Quiet Cypher says, I got it, but the other person owes me a Cash App too. Well, you're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to work that out with because you're gonna have to work out with the other person. They in here, I think they still in here. So I got it, but the other person owes me a Cash App too for this short amount. All right. I just don't want to get in trouble. That's all. Okay. Because I'd be like, wait a minute. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. You can talk with the other person and okay. See what they say. Thank you, Quiet Cypher. All right. Thank you. Cheryl Secondborn says, I'm back in the game after 23 years. Okay, unfortunately, fellas, ladies, if you got a good partner, hold on to them. Trust me. Yeah. This is why these are wise words. Yeah, because even the idea of like I can't even see myself trying to start over. Let's say, you know, I hate even talking like this, but I just can't, you know, if you got a good woman or you got a good man, yeah, hold on. I remember Martin said something on the show. He was playing a character, and he says it's cheaper to keep them, and it's not just financial. It's just all the way across the board. If you got a good woman, yeah, these are wise words. Good partner, hold on to them. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, much respect for that. Yeah. So after 23 years, back in the game, yeah, that's got to be tough. It's got to be rough. You know, yeah, I can't even imagine. You know, I'm just thankful that. I found my wife. I was 25. She was 21. And I had enough sense, at least then, to recognize that she was a good woman. I just wish I had my shit together more back then. That's all. You know. But anyway, I ain't got no time machine. But we stuck it out. We stuck together, been through ups and downs and all types of challenges. We got 5 kids. That trust me, the more kids you have, the more stuff you got to deal with. It's always something, you know, but we work through stuff. We're still working through stuff, and I'm just thankful. 25 years and counting, you know. Yeah, I've been blessed, and yeah, I hear you on this. Yeah, salute, sir. Yeah, thank you for the super chat as well. Enterprise says this is y'all's doctor, no office, illegal dumb advice. Yeah, Umar, he still doesn't have an office in 2026. This is what I mean by he lies so much when he tells people that he's doing diagnoses and that he's a school psychologist, he's a child psychotherapist. Okay, where is he working at? See, wouldn't he need to have an office? What is he doing in his mama closet? He's doing diagnoses in his rental car. I remember one time Umar was talking about when he would do diagnoses because he was a traveling. I'm telling you, Umar was never a big time school psychologist. He was just a traveling psychologist, and he would go here, he would go there, go there, and he would bring all of his testing equipments, and he had a truck. He would put it in the truck, and then he would go to the next school and then unload it out that truck. And into wherever they were going to do the testing at. And then after they were done with those kids, he would put it all back in the truck and go to the next spot. Anyway, I've never seen Umar in a professional office except for one image that I have of him when he was a school principal for about 2 or 3 months. That's it. But outside of that one image, I've never seen Umar, and I've never seen Umar in video format inside an office either. That's crazy. You would think that if he's this big time school psychologist or child psychotherapist or anything, all any of the stuff he said he is, that he would have an office somewhere. And instead of live streaming up in front of these trap bandos, he would live stream in his office. Instead of live streaming inside of his mama's closet that got rodents up in there. Literally, he got rats and rodents. Wouldn't it make more sense for him to be live streaming inside of an office? I remember we called him out on that years ago, and that's when he started saying, "Yeah, we're gonna focus on getting the office together up here at FDMG." He never finished that. Anybody remember that? He was talking about, yeah, and he was going through the motions too. You know, yeah, we painted this wall. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. He even got some wall-mounted air conditioned units put in, and it's just a bunch of foolishness. And here we are in 2026. He never finished that. He never finishes anything. There's a doctor with no office. That's crazy. Thanks, Enterprise. Lewis Suck says Pan Africanism fulfills a fantasy for these guys. They get attention they otherwise wouldn't get by regurgitating old talking points. They're not creating their own niche. They're recycling old ones. I totally agree with this. See, most people here in the United States of America, I'm talking about black people, not interested in Pan Africanism. It's 2026. It's antiquated. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean that people who are interested in it can't find value in it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for most black people, it's antiquated rhetoric. But if we listen to Umar, most of his rhetoric is antiquated. He takes talking points from people from back in the day all the time. That's one thing about Umar. Umar, in all of my research, I've never heard Umar come up with an independent thought or idea, except for when he's in his imagination saying all kind of crazy shit. That's how you know when Umar is talking about his own ideas versus somebody else's ideas. When he's talking about his own ideas, it sounds like fantasy land. It's like head movies, like a nutcase talking, someone who's mentally unstable. You know, we're going to teach the boys how to float ships. We're going to teach the boys how to shoot guns at the gun club and dirt bike team. And we're going to put an observatory on the roof, this type of stuff. That's when you know that's Umar. That's his stuff. But then you can also tell when Umar, he's taken from other people and he's just regurgitating stuff. Like whenever he talks about the what is the Dr. DeGroote? Post-traumatic slave syndrome. What Umar does is he takes post-traumatic slave syndrome and he calls it post-traumatic slavery disease. He's a plagiarist. A lot of his stuff is sourced from Dr. Joanna Kunjufu, if I'm saying his name correctly. Rest in peace. But Umar takes post-traumatic slave syndrome and he changes it into post-traumatic slavery disease, and then he says post-traumatic relationship disorder, post-traumatic, and he just adds things onto it. He's a plagiarist. But when Umar talks about his own ideas, it's batshit crazy time. And that's how you can always tell with Umar. Okay? Thanks, Louis Luck. Quiet Cypher says, Lenon, do you know what year Umar mentioned the helicopter? No, I don't. It had to have been, because this is early. I would think that it was in somewhere around 2013, 2014, maybe 2015. When was he at the World Beats? Wait, I don't want to take, let me, hold on one second. You know, I need to, what is this right here? Yeah, because this is where I have that video. I want to leave this up because I need to come back to this. So let me, oh shoot, my thing just froze. Okay, are we still live streaming? Yeah, let me know if we still, because my computer, oh, there we go. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see. I'm thinking it was around the time. So I'm thinking 2013, 14, or 15, somewhere around there. Yeah, because he was at the World Beat Center back in 2013. That was a huge, in terms of a document for the documentary. Okay, anyway, let me get back on track. Yeah, it's an older video, and Umar was speaking in front of an audience, and he was talking about what they were going to do with FDMG, and he said that they're going to teach I think he said the girls, because he was back then. It was that's why I know it had to have been the earlier days. He was saying because it was supposed to be the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black Boys, but then there was also the Amy Douglas or Amy Garvey School, whatever, for Black girls. And from what I remember, he stated that he's going to teach the girls how to fly the helicopters. And what would happen is that when their parents came, because it was going to be a boarding school back then, and the children were going to stay on campus. So Umar was saying that when the parents would come to visit, they would fly into an airport, and then their child would come in a helicopter to pick them up at the airport and then transport them back to FDMG. That's what Umar, and I wish I had that video. Yeah, there's quite a few videos I wish I had from back in the day, because that right there, that was crazy. It was so crazy. But that when I saw that video, I wasn't researching Umar, and I wasn't doing live streams on him. It's just something like in those earlier days. Okay, thank you, Quiet Cipher. I appreciate it. And then Cheryl Secondmore says, Alexa, play Shark by Raycon the Chef. Shark Ninjas. Okay. All right. Thanks, Cheryl Secondmore. Here we go. I'm thinking that anyway, let me stop, because then it's gonna get crazy. Thanks, Cheryl Secondmore. Yeah, Black Mountains, remember? Yeah, it was crazy. That was really crazy. But again, back then I wasn't researching Umar. I didn't think to download or anything like that. I was just like, what is he saying? It's crazy. And then here we are all these years later. I just wish I had it. Okay, I know I said we're gonna have a short show, but we're gonna go for another 45 minutes, and then we'll be back tomorrow. There's quite a few things, including Umar talking in front of children. And I want to show you guys something, because Umar, I'm telling you guys, he's not the most requested. This guy, he will show up at an event and then insert himself as if he's he's supposed to be speaking in the first. Well, I'll show, because I want to give it away. We'll get into that tomorrow. Okay, the audio is really bad, though. I took some time to try to do the audio correction and all this stuff, but it's still bad. But I did the best I could. But we'll get into that one tomorrow. Okay, let's get. So I want to get back to this video right here. I want to see Umar when he go turn the heat down.
So I'll say one area, but it's not really one area. I would say in the area of being submissive.
There you go.
Just not fighting for not that power struggle.
Okay.
If we just didn't,
Yeah, she just placating Umar. There is no power struggle. I don't get it. When you have kids, you ain't got time to be, because it's you against them, you, your wife against them kids. Let me stop. I don't get this.
We just relaxed a little bit and didn't always, it's not always a power struggle.
Now, you said submissive, so the feminists went crazy when you mentioned that word. You might can't go to work tomorrow.
I could care less, because I'm not a feminist.
Yeah, Umar, he high. I can tell. It reminds me of the Kobe Bryant rant. Look at him.
But and that's not our fight either. That whole feminine, that's not our fight either.
That's right.
But yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it's not in the sense of, the blind leading the blind, because the man has to do his job as well, and be trustworthy enough to where we can trust to be submissive. But yeah, it's just, it's not everything is a fight. We don't always have to have the last word. It's not always it's not always a struggle. Shouldn't have to be.
Do you think Black women have lost so much respect for Black men that it will be impossible for them to generate some degree of submissiveness or complementarity? Like, are we beyond the breaking point? Like, has the disrespect?
Nope, absolutely not. And let me tell you why. Because it's it's embedded in us to be loyal to the Black man almost to a fault. Like we can see him going with the snow bunnies. We can see him, and don't get me wrong, because there are so many. It's just that there's a lot of Black love out there. It's just that the snow bunny situation is always highlighted, even in commercials. You know what I'm saying? they never want to put the black man with the black woman in the commercial. It's either the black woman and a white boy or Asian boy, and the black man with the white one. But it's definitely not too far gone for us, because we are almost to a fault so loyal to the black man, so much so that that's why we get so like butthurt when we see him with, a snow bunny, because it's like, how dare you, like, you could do this and this and this and this and this to me, and but why would you do that type of thing, but it's definitely not too far gone, because at our core of who we are, that's what we want. Okay. We want each other, you know what I mean? The black woman wants the black man, and the black man wants the black woman. It's just, we're not making it easy on each other.
I appreciate that, Queen. We don't have a New Jersey parent.
I just have to say, it's very narrow-minded. It's just narrow-minded and just limited thinking. If you are a man, assuming that you're heterosexual or bisexual, because let's be real, it's 2026, but let's assume you're heterosexual, you're going to be attracted to a woman. Now, you may have preferences, right? You may want a woman who's taller or shorter or a particular skin complexion, or I'm a nose guy, so that's just me. You have a really interesting nose, it activates my sack. Okay. You can have preferences, but at the end of the day, you're going to be attracted to your complementary sex, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's very narrow-minded to even say that. Now, again, you may have a preference, that's one thing, but just to arbitrarily state that you're only going to want to deal with as a white person with white people, or as a black person with a black person, or if you're Asian with an Asian person. Okay, it's just so limited. It also it doesn't even deal with the complexities, though, even within groups of people, because not all Asians are the same. They don't all look the same. Blah blah blah. You guys get the picture. Not all black people are the same. Don't all look the same. All white people. So the point I want to make is that it's narrow-minded to think that way. And again, people can have preferences. That's perfectly fine, but part of the problem, especially with Umar, is that his scope is so limited. He has such a limited perspective on a lot of different things, including male-female relationships.
Training scheduled yet, but we will soon. We're working on it. It's probably going to be in Montclair or Newark.
Oh, okay.
But we do have one in White Plains, New York, which is going to be February 29th, the last day of the month. Okay. So you may want to come on over to that one if it happens before the Jersey training gets scheduled.
Okay. So I have a quick question for you too.
Sure.
So I'm a teacher. Mm-hmm. And I actually used to teach up in Newark. But how, with all of the submissions that I'm sure that you have for the school, because I've sent my resume, a multitude of time over the years.
Okay, so I have it, because that was my next question. I have it already.
Yes, but I probably need to resend it, because I know my question was, how are you even going to go about trying to sort through them? Because I know at this point
you're going through all of them. I have to. Gotta go through all of them, every one. And I have a team, though. I have a team that'll be doing it with me.
Okay.
He lies so much, it's incredible. He don't have no team. Umar, his lies are incredible, and I'm telling you, it's difficult. I'm talking about for a normal human being, it's difficult to lie like that. You guys ever see me try to make up a story, and at a certain point, and it don't take too long, but I'll start, and then at a certain point, I'm just like, I'm not like that. I'm like, Umar, he'll just keep going. See, but when I do it, I'm trying to tell like a joke or creating a little imagery or whatever, just for shits and giggles. But Umar, he'll start, and he's so serious about it, and he just keep going. Like yesterday, we was watching the video. He was like, "Yeah, we're going to have a conference. We're going to do over the next 12 months. We're going to have 4 conferences. One in Africa, one in the United States of America, one in the Caribbean, and then one in Brazil," as he says. He just made that up on the spot. Oh, someone left me a voicemail. I don't even be checking. My voicemail is full anyway. I ain't worrying about that. Anyway, who was that? Was oh, I'm sorry. Anyway. Let me do this. I just want to get caught up on this. The most neglected scholar. Yeah. Umar claims that he's the most requested scholar, but he actually does more requesting than he does being requested, if that makes sense. And I'm going to give you guys an example tomorrow. I'm gonna test you guys. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if you guys catch it. The Umar put stuff on his calendar, and he's as if he's the keynote. He's not even supposed to be speaking at that event. He just shows up. He has a history of that. He's the most neglected scholar. And real talk, Umar's not a scholar. I've already talked about this many times in the past. If you guys look up the definition of a scholar, what happens for a scholar is not only do they have expertise in a particular field or a particular area for a specific topic or topics, they become peer reviewed. And they also would appear, what happens over time at least, they will appear inside of a journal. You guys know what I'm talking about? A scholarly journal. But Umar, he doesn't have that. He's not peer reviewed. He don't even have peers who are professionals. So part of what has happened, especially over the internet, and I just got to be real about it, a lot of this comes out of the Black conscious space, in particular in New York, where you have individuals who were claiming to be scholars. They'll give themselves names like Dr. this or Professor this or blah, but they're not scholars. They're not professors. They're not any of that. It's called what was back in the day, we used to call that street scholarship or ghetto scholarship. That's what it was called. And Umar, he's right in line with that. So he's not even a scholar. He just pretends to be, just like he pretends to be a school psychologist. He's not a school psychologist. Thanks, Quiet Cipher. Donkey Kong. I've heard this one before. I've heard this. Donkey Kong. That was a great game. Donkey Kong. Back in the day, Donkey Kong, Cubert, Frogger. Some of you guys ain't heard of these ones. Pac-Man, Joust. Now that one that's an OG game right there. It was Joust. But I remember Donkey Kong. Super Mario Brothers. Thank you, Quiet Cipher. And Dr. WNG and RWNG says his name should be Umar Looney Tunde Ogun today, not Ifatunde Ogun today. Yeah, he is literally, he's mental. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of people who came through the Black conscious space who they're mental. Cheyenne Bryant, and I'm not saying that she came through the Black conscious space, but Cheyenne Bryant, she's mental. That's mental health more than anything else with this woman. Zaza Ali too. Okay, I don't know. Maybe these days she's doing different stuff. But back in the day when she was scamming, there's mental health. I remember she was calling Black people peons, and that she's the queen. I'm the queen. And she said, I can get on the pole. I can do it. I said, ma'am, what did you say? That you can get on the pole and you can. I said, what in the world? But there's quite a few people. Nature Boy was batshit crazy. He literally thought he was God. Anyway, Umar, he's loony. He is. He's a Looney Tune. All right, thanks, and RWNG. Quiet Cyber says, Lenon, you are playing more or the long, not the short. You're not gonna get me in trouble. You're not gonna get me in trouble. Now, maybe next month I'll send you some more change. Remind me, I'll send you some more change. But I said 100 for the video. I already gave a portion to what's her name, and I gave you the other portion. I can't. Just ask me next month, okay? It's only 5 days away, okay? Thanks, Quiet. You know what's funny is you're giving the money back by sending me this. Boy, I love the Cookie Crush chat. Okay. Thanks, Quiet Cyber. Okay, now we're gonna get to the part where we're gonna turn the heat down. Boy, you guys hilarious. There is a poll question too. Make sure y'all vote on the poll when you get a minute. Okay. I can't even remember what the poll question is. Okay, and I don't have it open, but I'll open it up in just a minute. Let's go.
I want to go through everyone. We have to, because you don't want to miss that one teacher that we needed. You understand? So,
no doubt, absolutely. Okay.
I hope she's still not waiting because there ain't no job positions. Yeah, I remember Metroid. Yeah, that game was awesome. It was difficult. Yeah, that Metroid was a difficult game. Yeah, but I remember the original one on Nintendo. I beat that one. Yeah, that was yeah, I hope this lady ain't still waiting on a job. Okay, she seems nice. Okay, she seems like a nice young lady.
Well, I appreciate that love, Queen. I hope to see you soon.
Yes, absolutely. Take care.
All right, babe. Take care now.
She actually sounds Latino. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm kind of picking up on. Anyway,
we're discussing Snow Bunny crisis tonight.
You see him licking his lips. See, he was fiending. Watch this guy. See,
we're discussing.
So yeah. He's high. This guy, he's high as a kite. This guy is high as a kite. See, I haven't seen this video like in full in a long time.
Snow Bunny crisis tonight. Hair paradise brown lashes. Hair paradise brown lashes. Where you at?
Hold on, let me get up. I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
All right, take your time, man. Take your time. Let me turn this heat down.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off to the kitchen.
Damn. He didn't turn no heat down. What you talking about turning the heat down? There's a fan in there. What are you talking about? And the fan was going earlier. Or at least it was moving a little bit. You see it?
Queens of Kansas, like you just
feel about this.
See, it don't even make no sense what he's saying right here. He don't go turn no heat down. He go takes a snort. That's what that is. He probably had it lined up on the table, and he was fiending for it anyway. That's why he was licking his lip, and he starts snarling and shit with his nose. He start going like that. Yeah. The physiological reactions. He can't help himself. He didn't go turn no heat down. Why would you turn the heat down when you got a fan back there? Makes no sense.
We're discussing Snow Bunny crisis tonight. Hair paradise brown lashes.
No, for real, Island Girl. He gonna watch. He gonna start snarling. Watch.
Hair paradise brown lashes. Where you at?
Hold on, let me get up. I'm coming. Let me get.
See, look at his nose.
Get up. Wait a minute.
See that?
Take your time, man.
He need to go get that hit real quick. That's what he do. Watch.
Let me turn this heat down.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off to the kitchen.
And then you see how he's doing like this? That's another physiological. I've seen him do this before. It's a physiological reaction. Okay, you get high, whatever he's snorting on.
Understood.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Queen? Where you at in the world?
I'm doing all right. Well, right now I'm in Talladega, Alabama. I live in
Alabama. Okay. I've heard of Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on? Is it
more high than a mother boy? Umar is high. He was like, yeah. So what's going on? Umar, you need to cut it out. I mean, he's a trip. This guy is a trip. One more time. Girl, get off the screen. We trying to see Umar.
that we needed. You understand? So, yeah,
no doubt, absolutely. Okay.
Well, I appreciate that love, Queen. I hope to see you soon.
Yes, absolutely. Take care.
All right, babe. Take care now.
Yes. Yeah.
We're discussing Snow Bunny crisis tonight.
No, I didn't hear him lick his fingers. Hold on. Here you go.
Hair paradise, brown lashes. Hair paradise, brown lashes. Where you at,
Hold
Queen?
on, let me get
Umar is a
up.
trip.
I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Let me turn this heat down.
Uh-huh.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off to the kitchen.
Understood.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Queen? Where you at in the world?
I'm doing all right. Well, right now I'm in Talladega, Alabama. I live in
Alabama.
Atlanta.
Okay, okay. I've heard of Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on? Is it as bad down there in Alabama? Do y'all have the snow bunny crisis too?
I believe so. Yeah, it's pretty bad, you know, in certain areas.
Umar's facial expressions. You hear that after he said, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear that. Let me try one more time. And we got it, because we got 30 more minutes. Let me see.
Where you at,
Hold
Queen?
on, let me get up. I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Let me turn this heat down.
Pants all sagging down. This guy.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off.
Nah, I don't think he was. Like, you playing. I don't think that's what he was doing. That's crazy. Listen for the straw drop. Yeah, something did drop, but he could have had it sitting in something. You know, you hear it hit the table. It actually, you can hear it. It almost like it bounces. So whatever he is that he hit it with, I don't know. I don't think it would have been like a regular straw. I don't know. Maybe they use straws that are metal or something. I don't know. I have no idea. See, I ain't never done no drugs, but you hear it. It hits the table and bounces.
Hair paradise, brown lashes. Hair paradise, brown lashes. Where you at,
Hold
Queen?
on, let me get up. I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Let me turn this heat down.
My baby was sleeping.
Yeah, you can hear it. I think you can actually hear him pick it up too, though. Yeah, I think you can hear him pick it up. And
hold on, let me get up. I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Let me turn this heat down.
Yeah.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off to the kitchen.
Understood.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Queen? Where you at in the world?
Yeah, see, it'd be interesting to see how he acts later on in this video. But yeah, it reminds me of the Kobe Bryant rant, because you can tell he smoked out in this video. Hair looking all crazy. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to watch. Maybe we can do it together. We'd watch this whole thing. There may be something else in here that we didn't pick up. It's just I haven't seen this video in such a long time. Not the whole version. I haven't seen it in so long. Okay, thanks, Kogel. Hope the puppies are doing all right. D. Will says, do you still have the video of him signaling the plug on camera? Yeah, I have that video. Yeah. Only thing is, I don't think I have that time stamped. I think that was from 2022. But let me see if it populates right quick. Yeah, I got the video right here where he was high and he was high in this video, and at a certain point, he has to lay down. I mean, you can look at him and tell anyway. I mean, it's actually sad, you know. Umar's a dope fiend. Plain and simple. You know, this video's from 2021.
To run away from the race, if that's what you want to do, brother. But just remember, when we open up the doors on that Pan African institution known as the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, you make sure you keep your eye from Africa as far away from our campus as possible, brother. That's all I ask. I'm going to respect you. You're going to respect me. It's the Prince. I'm in Jackson. I'm feeling good. I should lay down on the ground. I feel so good. I want to lay down on the ground, brothers and sisters. I think I'm gonna lay.
Yeah, see, I just think he got a hit of something something bad. That happened.
Lay down on the ground one time. I just got to lay down one time. I'm just feeling good. Mother Nature, Orisha O'Neal, I'm just feeling good right now. I'm just feeling good in Jackson, Mississippi. Black History Month, 2021, 95 years. I'm just feeling good. I'm on Mother Earth right now. On Mother Earth right now. I'm on Mother Earth. I'm just taking it all in before I get back to cold Pennsylvania. I'm just taking it all in before I get back to cold Pennsylvania, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, so he tends to do that. I've talked about this. This is the pattern that I recognized years ago, that when it starts to get cold, he tends to travel, especially in places to warmer climates. It's like going on perpetual vacation. I've talked about this. And this is an example right here. So, and you guys can expect this, that when we get closer to like the middle of the fall, when it starts to cool down on the East Coast, get into wintertime and it snows, you'll see Umar. He tends to crash out during those time periods too, more than often, but he'll start to ask for people to find him speaking engagements. And it's usually in other places, like southern places, or, to Africa or something where it's warmer. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find that video right now. D, well, I'll keep looking.
That's all I'm doing.
I have it.
That's all I'm doing, brothers and sisters. I see we got some Africoons in the chat. But we're going to pray for y'all today. We're going to pray for all the sick Negroes in the chat. With all the problems we got, these Negroes have nothing better to do than to hurl insult and degradation at their own people. The greatest invention in the modern world was not the bomb. It was not the light. It was not the automobile or the airplane. It was not the internet or the cell phone. The greatest invention in modern times is the Negro. That's right, brothers and sisters. As I lay on the grounds of Jackson, Mississippi, mega ever city, you understand me? Fannie Lou Hamer State, Hiram Revels territory, Emmett Till's resting place, brothers and sisters. As I lay here in Jackson, Mississippi, I must confess to you that the greatest invention of all time is the Negro. I'm going to say it again. The greatest invention of all time is the Negro. I'm going to say it one more time, live from Jackson, Mississippi. The greatest invention of all time is the Negro, a living and breathing human organism who has been psychologically engineered to work against his own best interests without even being paid.
Yeah. He just was high, and he's manic, but something happens physically where he has to lay down. Yeah. I found that other video, D. Will, here it is right here. We just got to find the time.
Advocate done, because that book took me 3 years. Now I got to get back to my For Sisters Only book, The Rules for Romance. Ladies, I'm coming to y'all next. I got to finish the second edition of Psychoacademic Holocaust. But then I'm going to get to For Sisters Only. I already started it.
Yeah, hold on a second. It might have been. He looks bad too. His eyes are glazed over. Yeah, I think this is the video. No, this is because there's two of them. It's this one or the other one. I just got to see. Well, how I can tell is he actually leaves at the end. Does he leave at the end?
It's not African. African lemonade. We don't do European mayonnaise. We don't do stale bread. We don't do wet flour. We don't do white sugar. We don't do none of that. African lemonade. African lemonade. Okay. I think my appointment is here.
Yeah, this is it right here. So let me go back. I just got to find it.
Got to make it happen, brothers and sisters. Ours new 500 and
wait, I think that was it right there.
Schools, you need the book. If you raising black kids in America's public or charter schools, you need to stop in the Yassa Senegalese next Friday, September the 18th, 2 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And then the next day, Saturday the 18th, we in Detroit at the park in Detroit for the African Festival. There's an African Music Festival in Detroit. You could text me for the flyer. African Musical Festival in Detroit. You could text me for the flyer. On Saturday, it's 2 days. Detroit is Friday and Saturday, but I will only be there Saturday because I'm in Chicago Friday. The Detroit Music Festival is 2 days, Friday and Saturday. but I will only be there Saturday because I have the Chicago date book release on Friday. But I will be in Detroit signing books from 3 until 7 at the festival on Saturday the 18th. Excuse me, Saturday the 19th. So Chicago, come see me Friday. Detroit, come see me Saturday. Chicago, come see me Friday. Detroit, come see me Saturday. If you need the flyer, text me 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Also, I'll be changing my phone number soon. You will have to start using the 8444 Dr. Umar. I will be changing my number soon. You're going to have to start using 8444 Dr. Umar. I will be changing my number soon. You're going to have to start using 8444 Dr. Umar. Or the Yahoo, Dr. Umar Johnson at yahoo.com. Okay, I'm not no preacher, so I don't know who you talking about preaching. I might be the most requested black scholar in the world, but I do work, brother. I'm building 2 institutions. You see them right here in front of your face. I'm building 2 institutions. You see them right here in front of your face. I'm building 2 institutions, and you see them right here in front of your face. And I got 2 organizations. I got 2 institutions and 2 organizations.
I
got 2 institutions and 2
No, he don't have no organizations and no institutions. These are bandos. This is 2020. We're in 2026. They actually look worse now, especially on the outside, than they did back then in 2020.
Organizations. I got 2 institutions and I got 2 organizations. So I don't know who preaching, because it ain't me. I do the damn work. I do the damn work. I do the damn work. I got 2 institutions and 2 organizations. I'm 2 plus 2. So you can't be talking to me. That don't include the lectures. That don't include all the people I done brought to consciousness. That don't include all the black men I've motivated to leave their white girls. That don't include all the black women who done went natural. That don't include all the kids I done saved from prison, saved from special ed, saved from ADHD, saved from misdiagnosis, saved from medication. That's not all the husband and wives I kept from breaking up. Oh, please, you don't want to see my work resume. So when you talk about preaching, you ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. I might be the #1 teacher, but I'm also the #1 builder. Understands me. Understands me. My resume is solid.
Understands me. This guy.
Nobody you know got a resume like me. Nobody you know walking the planet alive got my resume in this century. They might have a resume from last century, Black Power. But from 2000 to 2020, these 20 years, this first quarter of the 21st century, my name is #1. You call it arrogance, I call it the truth. My name is #1. You call it arrogance, I call it the truth. Talking about what he do with the money, where the school at.
Yeah, it's coming up right here. But you see how Umar's agitated? It's because he's fiending right now, and he needs some stuff. That's why he's looking like this.
Negro, please. What he do with the money, where the school at. Negro, please.
He's so negative.
I didn't took y'all inside the school a dozen times. Go on YouTube and find the old videos. I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling right now. All right now.
See, here it is. See, even he can't even. Yeah, he started blinking.
Took y'all inside the school a dozen times. Go on YouTube and find the old videos. I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling right now. All right now.
See, he don't know what to do. He wants to just keep talking, but he's looking over at the plug now. Watch what he does. See, he's trying not to. He can't help it. His addiction is so strong. See this? Okay, that's a signal right there. He's signaling the plug that he needs something that he want to buy. See this? Okay, the plug acknowledges, he acknowledges. They don't actually say anything, but it goes to show you, Umar, he don't have the control, because if he's live streaming, he should just end the live and then make the, request. I hate to say it this way, but we're But no, he keeps live streaming. Yeah, and I remember a person pointed this because I didn't pick it up. Someone had pointed this out to me years ago, and then we went back and watched it, and we were like, "Yeah, that's exactly what's going on." See that? See, they acknowledge the transaction is going to take place. Now, the other thing is that Umar, he should have stopped the live stream, and if he's gonna request the whatever it is, whatever it's the paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it, then do that and then come back online. But he's conflicted. See that the addiction is so strong that he has no control. And look at him. See, what people don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, is that he would go up here to these bandos, act like he's doing something. He did this for years. He still does it, but I mean, for years, he'll go up to these bandos, act like he's doing something, but really he's just trying to get money out of people. He'll ask people for money, and then it's plug time. It's time to go and go get what he need to get. Okay, and that's exactly what happens here. Watch this.
All right now.
Hey, Angie, I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, good to see you. Radar for Robin says, a resume of doing nothing. Thank you for the Cash App. I promise I won't donate. Yeah. And you know how many people they really thought that by sending them a resume that they was going to get a job. There are probably some people in the chat room right now, or will see this video, that sent Umar a resume thinking that they was going to get a job. There's not even a school, and there's no positions at a school because there is no school. So if there's no school, you can't have positions at the school available. So therefore, why are you collecting resumes? It's just a scam with this guy. It does two things. Number one, it puts Umar in a position where he's saying, yeah, it's illusion of progress. We're collecting resumes. We're progressing. We're moving forward. No, yeah, okay. It's all right. That's number one. But number two, that's Umar. He's getting intelligence on people. He's getting information on people. Okay, surveillance. He's trying to get there's a military term. I can't think of it right now, but he's trying to get as much information from people. And all he has to, if they're in their resume, their phone number is probably going to be on there. Their address is going to probably be on there. Their full name is probably going to be on there. He's a scammer. Scammer use that type of information to scam people. Okay, where they're working at, or where they work at, what degrees they have, so forth and so on. So if Umar sees someone and they have, let's say, a master's degree, he probably would think that, and they have a strong work history. Oh, this is someone who probably got some money. Let me text them, because I have their phone numbers on the resume. Say, listen, did you make a donation? I got your resume. Just checking in on you right now. We're looking through them now. Just want to know, we really need this money for the school. Did you donate? Okay? And he knows they got money because they have a master's or a bachelor's, and they have a strong work history, or they got a PhD, what have you. But throughout all of this, intel. That's what it is. Thank you, sir. He's collecting intel on people. But through all of this, there's no school. So therefore, there's no open positions because there's no school. So the resumes mean nothing, because if people are putting in resumes so that they get a job, why are you putting resumes for a job that doesn't exist, and there is no school where these jobs exist? I should rephrase that. There is no school where these jobs don't exist. But you see this? So yeah, he's a trip. He's been collecting resumes since 2010, 16 years, at least 16 years. And there's still no school. There's still no jobs. There's still no children, and not one black child has been educated. Millions of dollars raised. Right? All right. Thanks, Ready R, for Robin. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. Umar, he's something else. He really is. Okay, there's super chats. I'm gonna get to give me 1 second, because I want to make sure that we get to this part right quick. Here we go. And thanks, right off for Robbie. See that?
Look, where the money at? Cooning ass black folks. Cooning ass black folks. We have too much self-hate. We have too much self-hate in the black community. The reason we can't build anything is because we too busy trying to tear everybody down who's trying to build. And why do we tear them down? Jealousy.
See? It's a narcissism.
Jealousy. It's all.
Okay, that's what Cheyenne Bryant said.
It ain't nothing but jealousy. Y'all jealous of people who have the love and trust of the people, and y'all want to destroy them. Okay? I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for me.
Okay, you see what he's doing, what's happening too with his mouth? He's having physiological reactions because he's anticipating the plug coming back.
I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for me. I know my intentions are sincere. My work speaks for itself.
See?
I thank God for getting Black Parent Advocate done, because that book took me 3 years. Now I got to get back to my For Sisters Only book, The Rules for Romance. Ladies, I'm coming to y'all next. I got to finish the 2nd edition of Psychoacademic Holocaust. I got to finish the 2nd edition of Psychoacademic Holocaust. But then I'm going to get to For Sisters Only. I already started it, but I didn't finish it. Is the ladies, y'all ready for the For Sisters Only book, ladies? Y'all ready?
Yeah, see, this is 2020. He was collecting pre-orders for that book back then. And we're in 2026. It still doesn't exist. Just like his Shocker Mini, he was collecting money for that for, I mean, it was over a decade. And that still doesn't exist.
For the 500-page For Sisters Only book, Relationships and Dating. Killer Mike is my
See what he's doing here?
Brother. I ain't got nothing but love for Killer Mike. We might disagree on some things politically, but that's my brother.
See, that's how I know he got it's a sniffing thing going on with this guy. He's snorting something. Because he's anticipating the plug coming back. And remember in the other video where he says he needs to turn the heat down, he snorts something big time.
Ain't no issue there. David Banner, that's my brother. Ain't no issue there. Claude Anderson, ain't no issue there. Okay.
See that? It's like Pavlov's dog. What is it? Pavlov's dog or whatever it's called.
Somebody said, I can't keep a woman. I can't keep a woman, bruh. You must not know who I am. You must not know who I am. But I don't just want a woman. I want a wife, bruh. I'm working on wifeys. I'm done with the girlfriends. I'm too old for girlfriends.
And here we are 6 years later.
I'm too old for girlfriends. I need a queen. I need the wifey.
See that right there? Okay. People said that that's called coke jaw. Watch what he does.
Too old for girlfriends. I'm too old for girlfriends. I need a queen. I need the wifey. Time.
See that right there? I knew someone that used to do that too back in the day. I just didn't know what it was. Rest in peace.
I need the wifey.
Boy, I'm telling you, this guy, yeah, that's that Bobby Brown mouth. Y'all see that? That's because he's fiending. He waiting on it. He waiting on that plug to come back. Teeth all chattering and shit. You see his teeth chattering? I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just saying, it's some sad shit, this guy.
I want a woman. I want a wife, bruh. I'm working on wifeys. I'm done with the girlfriends. I'm too old for girlfriends. I'm too old for girlfriends. I need a queen. I need the wifey. Times two. Times two. I want the ancestors to bring me 2 women at the same time. They're going to walk up on me together. 2 queens. Intelligent, conscious, committed, focused, with a history of doing work for the people. They're going to walk up to me together. Nappy afros, curvaceous bodies. One going to be butter pecan. The other might be chocolate. One might be African lemonade. The other one might be sweet brown sugar. One might be butterscotch. And the other one might be hot peanut butter. They're going to walk up on me, 2 queens, and they're going to say, here we go. Now let's get to work. They're going to walk right up on me. One of them going to say, I'm going to administer this school. And my sister wife going to administer the other school. They're going to walk right up on me. Nappy hair, no perms, no weaves, no white boyfriends, none of that. No white Jesus, none of that. They're going to roll right up on me. I don't care how many kids they got. I love children. I love children.
Cut it out. He don't even take care of his own kids. He got 3 baby mamas. He don't take care of none of his kids. Don't pay child support on time. But you see how he's anticipating the plug come back? Watch what happens.
Especially if they got sons, because I ain't got no son. Roll up on me with a couple sons, 2 queens, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But no, there's some sisters I'm checking out. There's a couple sisters. There's only a few. Less than a handful. I'm studying them. Couple potentials out there I'm studying. You know what I mean? African lemonade. That's the light-skinned sisters. You know the lemonade sisters? I call them African lemonade. Some brothers only donate African lemonade. No mayonnaise. We don't do mayonnaise. That's not African. African lemonade. We don't do European mayonnaise. We don't do stale bread. We don't do wet flour. We don't do white sugar. We don't do none of that. African lemonade. African lemonade. Okay. I think my appointment is here. It's time to rock and roll.
Damn. Yeah, be appointment. But you know how many times how Umar been up there where he ain't doing nothing. He's saying we working. He ain't doing nothing. And he's begging for money. And then all of a sudden he got to go. People send him CashApp, PayPal. He ready to go. He's been doing this for years. He still does it. He's been doing this for years. Even before 2019, when he would go to these different abandoned buildings and act like he's looking at them to purchase them, that was part of the scheme too. See, that's the thing people don't understand. A lot of people who follow Umar, they don't understand that a lot of his motivation has to do with his addictions, and money is the way to fulfill the addictions. It's really that simple. So they think he's out here trying to open up a school. No, he's playing your asses, as we used to say. Don't take offense. You all getting played. He says he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, he's gonna open up a school and send me money. Y'all send him money, and he spent a lot of that money getting high. He's smoked out. This guy, he's a pookie. He's a dope fiend. I've been saying it for years. And then you got people who listen, I'm not from the streets. I'm not. I grew up around it, but I wasn't in it. I got family members that was in it, and cousins. I'm talking about close family, cousins out there in the streets, and a lot of friends. It just wasn't my thing. I'm good. But I got enough street smarts and damn sense to know what it is. I also grew up in a household where drug abuse was a problem. A serious problem. But you got people who they from the streets, but they can't see this shit. Or they was around enough, but you can't see this. Let me give you an example of Umar when because there's different Umars. There's Umar when he's sober, which is very rare in point of fact. There's Umar when he's high, like when he was pouring water all over his head, or when he had to go lay down on the ground and acting a damn fool. There's also Umar when he's fiending. Like right here, he was fiending. No, he was, what's the word? Yeah, no, he was fiending. That's what we call it. That don't mean he high, but that means he needs to get some stuff. But there are times where he ain't got his stuff in a while, and you should see him, he be real agitated. I'm gonna show you right here. Check this out. Watch.
Support the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Please send your donations to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's having withdrawal symptoms. This is an example of it right here.
Delaware 19809. I repeat, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. You can also donate on your Cash App at $FDMG School. That's cash.me/$FDMG School. We have a 4-building campus in Wilmington, Delaware that includes 2 schools. We purchased February of this year, but we now need to raise the funds to restore that school and start educating our young black boys. Support FDMG, Black.
See? You can even look, I can look. I mean, I've watched enough Umar Johnson videos over these many years to know where he's at any given point. And right here, I can tell he's fiending. He's having withdrawal symptoms, and he needs a hit of something as quickly as possible. Watch what he does.
Power. Appreciate the update too, because a lot of times people say,
see him with the mouth movements is similar to what he was doing. But I want you guys to see, he starts scratching and shit.
What you doing? What you doing? And the sad part about it is, well, why you need to know that if you ain't helping? But I appreciate you even sharing that information.
No problem. No problem.
See, there we go. That's another telltale sign with his nose. It's also associated with when he lies too. But right here, he's fiending. Watch what happens.
All is well. Glad to be back in Jackson. This is my 10-year.
See him scratching? Look.
The anniversary, counting from 2010, you know, when I went international in the conscious movement. So to me, it's very surreal, very reflective. 10 years of doing this on the international level, 20 overall. And so now we're going into a new decade. And so I'm just excited. We got the school, so I'm very much looking forward to making a transition from consciousness raising through the lectures to institution building with the school. So it's a natural next step for me to start building instead of just spreading the information.
That's what's up. So in terms of ETA, estimated time, what do you think that looks like?
There is no ETA because I don't know how long it's going to take y'all to give me the money to fix the school up.
Damn, the audacity of this guy.
So
what do you think?
It's $1 million to restore the campus.
Okay.
And until the campus is restored, it would be irresponsible for me to give a date.
Okay.
Okay, and he's saying the whole campus is $1 million. Okay, when he purchased these trap bandos, he should have been sitting on at least 600,000, not counting any money raised in 2017 or 2018. He should have been sitting on about $700,000. Excuse me, he should have been sitting on at least $600,000. Then he collects money. If it's $1 million, he collects money. We're not counting 2017 or 18. He collects money in 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And if renovations don't cost $1 million, he would have he should have had way more than that. So renovation should have been done on both sides of the street by 2026.
School got to be restored. I mean, the best part of this whole process is we have the school.
Right.
And we have a school that has enough space in it that not only would it serve as a learning institution, but it will also serve as a Black community organizing headquarters. So once we're open, I anticipate that our lights will never go off. There's so much that we can do, will do, and can't wait to do. So the timeline is up to the people, but we have the school, we own it flat out, it is ours. So half of the victory is already there.
Let's say kudos.
We now just have to restore.
Yeah, you see how Umar, he's somewhat disengaged, but the other thing is you can tell he's agitated. Look at his face. But it's not because of these brothers. Because they've interviewed him a couple of times. I would love to have them on as interview guests to see what they think of all this now, all these years later. But he's agitated. And part of the reason is because he needs a hit of something. Okay.
So no curriculum is happening at the school.
What do you mean no curriculum?
Because you can't, because physically.
Yeah, physically the building got to be restored. So the school is empty.
Right.
Until we get it restored. We got to get the electric done, the HVAC done, the plumbing has to be redone. The school is in beautiful structural shape though. If you walk through it right now, you would say
he lies so much, it's incredible. I mean, it's incredible how much. We're going to go for another 20 minutes. I want to make sure we finish up with that other video.
Yourself. Well, how much does it need? Because everything is still intact. It was a modern charter school that closed down a couple years ago. Excellent.
No. This guy,
shape.
Man.
The reason it needs the repairs is because it was vandalized the 4 years while it was closed. If it was not vandalized,
yeah, well, if it's 4 years, why are you? Anyway,
it would be move-in ready. Literally, we would have moved in and just opened up class. But if that were the case, I probably would not have been able to afford it. The $750,000 we raised would not have been enough to purchase it. We still didn't have enough.
$750,000 that we raised. This guy was at $1 million back in 2016, going in 2017.
I wanted well over $1 million, but I just stayed on them and stayed on them and stayed on them. And after 18 months, they finally decided to sell it to me. I couldn't
see him scratching?
Believe it. So it was divine intervention that we even have it because we still didn't have enough money for it.
I'm glad that it's open.
Yes.
You're well on to your phases of
restoring it and then operations, acquisition, restoration, operation.
Okay, so
now he says acquisition, restoration, or renovation. Then he says decorations now. Okay, this is just him stalling. He's coming up with new stuff.
What are some other goals besides the school?
Well, in addition to the school, we're working on a Black Wall Street, West Africa project. I was given 50 acres of land in Ghana, and I want to replicate what.
Okay, that's the donations, 50 acres for FDMG. That has cash value too, right?
We're doing in Wilmington, Delaware in West Africa. So I want to build an FDMG on the continent, an FDMG here, which is Delaware, and then we can have an exchange program and the children can go back and forth. So can the teachers do that? So everything I'm doing in America, I want to also do in Africa because it's Pan Africanist. We don't believe that you ignore your domestic struggle. I still have an obligation to my people here, but I also see the larger struggle, and that is doing what we need to do for ourselves permanently on the continent. Because anything you build here, they can take it. Once FDMG is up and
listen carefully
running, I'm going to automatically have to start thinking about how long before I need to repatriate to the continent.
Diabolical. Okay, this is an example though of Umar fiending. Okay, here's another example.
Own all 4 of these buildings. We own them. You own them. It was the money of black people that purchased this campus. It was the money of black people that purchased this campus, brothers and sisters. And speaking of symbolism, speaking symbolically, brothers and sisters.
So he sees something, he looks back again, and he motions to the cameraman with his finger to hold on.
Let us also understand.
He turns back, walks back to these steps, takes a seat. He's looking at something.
In a very...
He reaches over with his index finger of his right hand and he starts to fidget with something.
Symbolic way.
Okay, what is he doing? Okay, we can't see it, but then watch what happens when the camera pans out.
In a very symbolic way. If Wilmington, Delaware.
See that? If you guys can see it, hit the 1. That's what I'm saying. He's a dope fiend. It's that simple. It's nothing deep. It's nothing complex. And a lot of the money that people have sent to Umar has gone towards his addictions. And he has many of them. Okay. What we just saw right here is dope fiend behavior. For the life of me, I don't understand how black people, especially black people that got some street smarts and grew up in the streets, can't see this for what it is. He's a pookie. One more time. He can't help himself. Just like in the other video where he's signaling the plug, he couldn't even help himself. And right here, he can't help but to go back. He sees it, and it's amazing that he even sees it. But that's because dope fiends, that's what they're looking for. They're always looking for it.
That purchased this campus, brothers and sisters.
This is supposed to be a video to promote the school, like a big time. He has someone actually filming this, which is very rare. Normally he's holding the camera, but he's so smoked out that he can't even control himself. The addiction is so strong that he's seeing stuff over there, over on the step, and he walks past it, keeps looking, turns back around, and once he turns back around, he don't leave his eye off of it. Watch.
And speaking of symbolism, speaking symbolically, brothers and sisters, let us also understand that in a very symbolic way, if Wilmington, Delaware,
and there it is. Here's another example.
Because they'll never know.
Yeah. I think somebody.
I didn't even know electricians rolled out.
I seen the van pull off.
How long?
See, Umar, he forgot that he's still live streaming. He's in there with Brother Manny, rest in peace. And I've said it before, and again, with all due respect, rest in peace to the brother, because he seemed like a good brother, but he has substance abuse issues too. And I told people back in 2019 that this was going to be Umar's kicking spot, where the homies come through and they blaze up. And that's exactly what they were doing. Listen to the conversation. Umar forgot that he was actually live streaming, and he self-exposes here.
Go.
Probably like 20 minutes ago.
You know what? That need to go back inside. Don't try to use that to get inside.
You got all your stuff, whatever you need.
Ain't nothing on fire in that room where we was at, right?
Ain't nothing on fire in the room where we was at. What?
No match. You took the match, the 2 lighters.
I took them out.
2 lighters. Why do you need 2 lighters in that room? Huh? Why 2 lighters? Why any lighter? Think about it. There's no fire alarm system in there, so why would you be blazing up? And what would you be blazing up with Brother Manny, rest in peace, in that room? Nothing where something was on fire, huh? See, Umar, he forgot that he's live streaming. Now, later on, he realizes that he's live streaming. And you guys, I'm going to show you, look at it, to see his face. Let me play this one more time.
Or would the thieves think somebody in here when we leave them on? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Leave them
Leave
on.
them on. Leave them on.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because they'll never know.
Yeah. They think somebody.
I didn't even know electricians rolled out.
I seen the van pull off.
How long ago?
Probably like 20 minutes ago.
You know what?
First
That need to go back inside. Don't try to use that to get inside.
You got all your stuff, whatever you
Ain't
need.
nothing on fire in that room where we was at, right?
No, we good.
No match. You took the match, the 2 lighters.
I took them out. I threw them out.
Pull that. You know what? They should have never opened inside doing, bro.
Yeah, rest in peace, other Brother Manny. Now, what happens when they get in the car? Watch what happens. Because Umar, he forgot his live stream. That's why he's having that conversation. He self-exposes. Okay, he gets in the car and watch what happens when he realizes that he's still live streaming. He says, "Oh shit, I forgot." Y'all hear it? Joshua, look at his face. Damn. I got other examples too. I can pull up and play for you guys, but we done got blowed off. I can pull up plenty of other examples, and real talk, I don't get it to this day why people still believe that this guy is serious about opening up a school. Listen, Umar is a dope fiend from Philly. That's it. He says he's all these other things, but this is just fantasy land for this guy. And there's a lot of people that believe it. A lot of people believing. Listen, people can believe whatever you want to. It doesn't mean that it's true. Facts, receipts, evidence, and proof. He's a dope fiend. It's that simple. Okay. Now, for the sake of time, I have other ones I can pull up, but I'm going to leave that right there. Let's see, we got about 7 more minutes on this video. So let's finish up with this other video because I want to make sure we get through it real quick. I apologize. I'll see you, Lenon. I'm on you next month. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks, Quiet Cypher. One super chat. Miss Sanders says, I know damn well he didn't have his butt crack out. No, what I'm telling you, Umar, even in the video where that we were just watching, his pants are sagging way down, and he actually pulls them up at a certain point. Okay, and then in the other video where he's turning the heat down, his pants is sagging too. Now people say, "Oh, it doesn't really." Well, this is supposed to be a school psychologist, but I want people to understand that the connection is this: that when Umar is smoked out, when he's fiending, or when he's smoked out, he don't care about those types of things. The Kobe Bryant rant is another example. He looked like he had been binging for a couple of days. It's one of the worst videos. It's in the top 5. It could be in the top 3 worst videos of Umar, up there with the SETI rant, which is number 1. You guys remember what Umar looked like? He was smoked out in that video. So the point is that there's a correlation to Umar with how he behaves, with how he dresses, how he looks. Sometimes you'll see Umar, especially in the Kobe Bryant rant, you can tell he's been binging and he's not dyeing his beard. His beard's turning gray. His beard is gray all the way. But see, when you into that, you in that deep with the addictions. Once you get into that, and then especially you can start smoking or snorting, whatever you're doing, or both, or whatever you're doing, you're not worrying about those things. You're not worrying about how you look. You listen. I've lived. I grew up in a household, so I know what I'm talking about. You don't care about your kids. You don't care about paying rent. You don't care about how you dress. You don't care about how you look. See, Umar. You don't care about paying his child support. He don't care about paying basic bills at FDMG, to the point where last year they were going to take these trap bundles for him due to non-payment. They were going to sell them off at a sheriff's sale. You guys see what I'm saying here? All right. Thanks, Miss Honey. SW says has the gift of oratory, and he has the gift of oratory, and he wasted as a yeah. And a part of Umar, what I've observed in my research in all these years is that what has happened is that the gift of oratory, he's used it against Black people, to manipulate Black people and to scam Black people. But as the years have progressed, that oratory isn't what it used to be. So now it's even more difficult for him to scam and scheme. But yeah, he did. He could have used that for good back in the day. But like I said, Umar, he's been corrupt way before he developed his oratory. He was corrupt. But once he got into it and developed it more and was given more speaking engagements, he used it for the dark side. And that's in part why it is that he's where he's at today. He's paid a heavy price, and there's more prices to be paid. Man. Thanks, SW. Tanya sent in 100 jewels. Thank you so much. It says high five to you. Thank you so much. Okay, we need to wind this down. Okay. Thank you so much for the 100 jewels. Dr. Nene says, hey, Cook Chat Leonard, can you play the video when Umar was pouring water over his head at 1 a.m.? Yeah, I'll pull that up. Matter of fact, I'll pull that up. Tomorrow we'll come back and watch the rest of that other video. Because this is another example. And in this case, Umar, he was smoked out in this video. And he's up there acting like he's doing stuff, but no, that he's up there trying to get money out of people. This wasn't too long ago either. Here we go. This is 2021, September 2nd of 2021. Here we go.
Peace and Black power, peace and Black power. Peace and Black power, peace and Black power. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism, King Kong Consciousness, Intercontinental, Ifa Tunde, live and direct, FDMG, working, cleaning, building, repairing, trying to get the school ready. We got 11 days. Today is September 1st. We got 10 days. 10 days until the block party, family. 10 days until the block party. Facebook ain't letting me go live tonight. Facebook ain't letting me go live tonight. Let me see. Facebook ain't letting me go. I'm at the school.
Okay, and now this Umar, he's high. He has what is called post-nasal drip. And you guys, we've researched this. And this deal is when he's on certain substances, he gets this post-nasal drip. The first time I noticed Umar start sniffing like this, and it wasn't this significant. It was, you know, you could tell that that's what he was doing, but now it's like over the top. But the first time was in 2013. I actually archived that in the documentary. But see, here we are. By the time he gets to this video, that we're talking what, 8 years later, and it's way out of control. Okay, and then if we go from 2021 to 2026, it's even further out of control. Okay, so anytime you hear Umar, that's what's called a post-nasal drip, and it's associated with whatever substance or substances that he's doing.
School, I'm at your school, FDMG. I'm gonna see all y'all in 10 days. I'm gonna see all y'all in 10 days. I'm gonna see all y'all in 10 days. King Kong Consciousness, we here. We here, baby. We doing that work. We doing that work. 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't wear a watch.
Okay. Now, by the way, he's not doing any work, and there's no we, it's just him. So why is he up there at 1 a.m.? See the point? Here we go.
I can't be clocking the time. This my block, Ifa Tunde Avenue.
This Dr. Papa Boulevard, this is my spot. I'm going to see all y'all here in 10 days. The countdown begins, baby. It's September 1st. We got 10 days. What you going to do? FDMGfestival.com. I've been working all day, cleaning. 1 o'clock, I'm still working.
Yeah, notice he's not working.
I'm still working. Got the water. Got the water.
Here you go.
Got the water. Blah. I'm working. I'm working, brothers and sisters. Getting ready for your festival, your block party, your coming out show. Getting the food ready, the vendors ready, performers ready, the giveaways is ready, the t-shirts are ready, the mugs are ready, the bumper stickers are ready. Burgers, hot dogs, snacks, the fashion show, Universal African Dance and Drama, Afro-Ricans. If you identify as African, you can come. It's an African family festival. It's an African family festival, baby. I'm here. I'm on Dr. Papa Boulevard, Ifa Tunde Avenue. This is the real Wakanda. Wetting the locks. Ooh, it feels so good. Woo! Woo! I'm happy to be nappy right now. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School.
See? He ain't doing nothing up there. Except begging so he can go get some more. He listen, Umar's high right here. He's high and he need more money. He's acting like a dope fiend and pouring water on his head and yelling and screaming at 1 a.m. What work is being done at 1 a.m.? No, Umar goes up there. He's been doing this for years. He still does it. He goes up there. He acts a damn fool. He uses the school as a backdrop, and he says, I'm working. We working. Ain't nobody there but him. He ain't working. And he says, get on your Cash App, get on your PayPal, so people can send him the money. And then when that money comes through, that's when he got to go because he got an appointment. It's amazing that. Boy, I tell you, Umar Johnson follows out. No disrespect, but y'all ain't figured that shit out yet. He been doing this for years. If we want to start from 2019, he's been doing this for 7.5 years, and y'all still ain't figured this out. We can go back and go watch videos where he goes up there. From 2019, 2020, 2021, 2020, and it's the same thing. I'm talking about where he's up there at unruly hours. And so, listen, there's been times where he just pull up in his rental car, jump out, do a quick live stream, beg for money. People send him something. He get off, jump back in his rental car, and go to the plug. And that area is crime infested and drug infested.
Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Woo, this water feel good at 1 in the morning on Dr. Papa Boulevard. This water feels good at 1 in the morning at Dr. Papa Boulevard. This water feels good 1 in the morning at Ifa Tunde Avenue. This water feels good 1 in the morning, Ifa Tunde Avenue, brothers and sisters. I'm not done. Woo! Woo! I'm getting high off the people because I loves the people. I serves the people. Hit the Cash App. $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy is going down.
Y'all heard what he said. Anyway, did he keep going?
It's going down in 10 days. It's going down in 10 days. Ifa Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard. It's going down, baby. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Come get your black Superman FDMGT. Come get your black Superwoman FDMGT. Come get your black Super Youth FDMGT. I'm good. I'm high off the people, brother. I'm high off the people. I didn't have a good day today, but it ended good. I didn't know what I was going to do with all this trash. God sent a brother out of nowhere. He just pulled up and said, brother, you need any help? I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this trash. That brother pulled over, picked up everything, cleaned it all up, man. Thank God. Because I wasn't having a good day. It's going to start raining at 2 in the morning. I said, what I'm going to do with all this trash I done cleaned up? Brothers and sisters, we here. Brothers and sisters, we here. I can't be a racist. Racism is power plus privilege. Black folks don't have either in an organized fashion.
Racism is power plus privilege. Black people don't have either in an organized fashion. Moreover, what are you doing on my live? Why are all you non-Africans constantly invading my life? Mo Woda. Woo! Woohoo! I'm high off the people because I serves the people. I love the people. In 10 more days, I'ma see the people. Delaware State Black Parent Advocate book release September 11th at the boot camp. If you live in Delaware and you haven't gotten the book, you can come get the book at the block party. If you live in Delaware, the official book release for Black Parent Advocate is at Ifa Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, 601 East 17th Street, 601 East 17th Street, 601 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. I love the people. Woo! 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 Look at that cinnamon. I'm King Cinnamon.
Oh my goodness.
Who coming to the block party? We got the vendors. We got like 30 vendors for y'all. We got the sea moss. We got the shea butter, the incense, the books, the clothing. It's going to be off the hook. It's going to be off the hook.
He always say shea butter.
I loves the people. One in the morning, I'm the only thing out here. 10 days is going down. You see your...
If you're the only one out there, Umar, why did you say that we? You said we working. Because you're the only one out there. And you ain't
block
working.
all lit up. The Frederick Douglass High School, the Marcus Garvey Middle School, Elementary School, the Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. And I'm standing in front of the presidential headquarters. This is going to be my headquarters. The presidential headquarters. I got 3 rooms. One room is the conference room. The other room is my office. The third room might be my Pan African library. I said it's 3 rooms in this building right here. One might be my office. The other will be the conference room. One might be the waiting room. One might be the Pan African library. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. 10 more days, family. It's going down. I hope you got your plane tickets, your Amtrak tickets, your Greyhound tickets, your Chinese bus tickets, your mega bus tickets. It's the greatest show on earth. Ethiopian New Year. It's a new year for me.
He said your China buzz. But he's manic. Well, it's really he's high right here. That's why he just keeps going.
September 11th, I'm starting over. We starting over. A whole new year, African calendar. African calendar. Ethiopia, the land before time. Shout out to all my Rastafari who gonna be coming down to support me. Yes. Yes. New Black Panther Party is on my guard, brothers and sisters. New Black Panther Party is on my guard. We gonna make it pop. I can't wait to see our beautiful African queens. Can't wait to see the brothers who've been standing strong with me through the whole damn movement. All right. That's what we doing, brothers and sisters. Make sure you bring your FDMG donations.
See?
I got the roll now. 10 more days. The countdown begins. The countdown begins.
What you got to do at 1 a.m.? By that time, it was what? It had to be at least 107.
10 more days. The countdown begins. The countdown begins.
See? Yeah, he got some donations, so he had to go. Y'all see it? It's that simple. He wasn't up there working either. It's 1 a.m. He's not in there. He's not in the building. He pulls up with his rental car using donation money for FDMG because he don't even have his own vehicle. He gets out and he's high. He might have went in there and got out. Ain't no telling, but he ain't working. It's 1 a.m. And for whatever reason, he's hot, probably because whatever he was on. And he's manic because he's high. He keeps running his mouth. He begs for more money and he's waiting for donations. Donations gonna come through. So he ends the line. He gets in his car, in his rental car, and he's off to the next spot. 1 a.m. This guy. but he's the most requested scholar. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Dr. Nene. Quiet Cyber says, yo, Lenon, you should sell Cookie Crush chat clothes. Yeah, people have been telling me in mugs and stuff, because I like, well, I don't drink as much tea as I had to stop drinking caffeine. And not that I did, but some of the teas that I would drink would have caffeine in it. I just wasn't thinking about it. So I had to cut out caffeine, doctor, and all this other stuff. But yeah, I was thinking of coffee mugs or teacup mugs, like, cause like when I'm live streaming, I have some, and t-shirts and hats, maybe some hoodies or something like that. I've been thinking about that for years. Brother Marion Darren told me that I should do that. That was, rest in peace. He told me to do that years ago. I just never did it. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe, and I've been saying it, but maybe this is the year to do it. Thank you, Quiet Cypher, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Okay, we're winding this down. YouTube Device says, how do Umar Johnson fans react when you point out he's a fiend? Well, these days, I don't get much resistance from Umar Johnson followers or defenders, because it's hard to defend Umar at this point. And you can only go with a life up to a certain point. And a lot of his followers, there's still followers that are still believing all the lies and stuff. They believe that he's a school psycho. No, he's just a dope fiend from Philly. Okay, who uses his oratory to manipulate and scam people. That's it. It's that simple. It's nothing deep. But there are still people who believe the illusion. He's the great deceiver of our time in the Black conscious space. But there are a lot of people, they woke up a long time ago. There's people waking up today, and good. So back in the day, user 225, yeah, it was crazy back. And people who were around back then, there was all kinds of stuff. He had all kinds of followers doing all kinds of crazy stuff to critics. I'm not the only critic. There's a lot of critics back then. There's more these days because there's a lot of people who've have embarked on researching Umar. But I'm talking about in those early days. A lot of those people from the early days, they're not covering Umar anymore. But they got a lot of resistance, and he had Umar followers. They were out here and defenders. They were doing all kind of crazy stuff, doxing people, calling people's jobs. They did that with me. Doxed my home address, tried to get me fired. One guy called my landlord at the time to try to get me evicted. I have the audio of it. The landlord was a good friend of mine. Okay, those days you don't get that. I mean, you get resistance a bit here, a bit there, but listen, the truth is the truth. And for Umar Johnson followers who they don't want to believe the truth that Umar is a dope fiend, that's on them at this point, because they're doing enough research and they got some street smarts. They'll know what it is. Otherwise, they won't, and they'll keep going with the okay, and that's perfectly fine. That's why when people have Umar on these platforms, including over in Jamaica, it's amazing to me. It really is, because all of the information is out there. It's all out there. People need to do their due diligence. They don't know who it is, or they know and they don't care, right? But thankfully these days, a lot of those Umar Johnson fans or Umar Johnson defenders, they're no longer Umar Johnson fans or Umar Johnson defenders, and there's some of them, they've become Umar Johnson critics. The same people that were going after Umar Johnson critics back in the day, they become Umar Johnson critics. Y'all remember Dempsey Spears? He was the main male for a while at least. Defender Umar, but at a certain point he became a critic. He may be facing some jail time now, but you see how that works? He used to say that my wife and I, that we were scammers. He said that we were committing Medicare fraud. Here we come all these years later, and none of that's true, but all these years later, he ain't the only one, but all these years later, he was the one that was committing Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is, fraud. Millions, I can't remember how much it was, crazy figures. Scamming and billing people who were dead, and using his former employees, what do they call that? The number associated with whatever their profession is. I can't remember what the term is, but using that to bill. That's identity theft and Medicaid fraud. So a lot of those people back then, they became Umar Johnson followers, but again, a lot of them, they were no good from the beginning, and they were lying about other people, but they were lying and saying that other people were doing exactly what they were doing. Sounds familiar? That's what Umar does. All right, thanks, you 25. Black Wolf says 2 lighters to heat up spoons and pipes. That's I listen, Black Wolf, I don't know. But he was very specific, wasn't he? What you need 2 lighters for? Where I come from, they call that free basing. But allegedly, man, ain't no telling. I always thought, okay, I wonder what it is that they needed to, Anyway, thanks, Black Wolf. It's wild. Doc Nate says, couple dollars. You better leave my sign alone. Ain't nothing wrong with that sign. Cut it out, Doctor. It does look a little. It does look a little. I should have took it down before I started the live stream. Why you do me like that? I feel bad now. I feel bad. It's a couple dollars for proper cookie crunch outside. How you do? Oh, I ain't got nothing to say about that. Yeah. A lady said I got a struggle sign. Oh, my stomach. Why you guys doing me like that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Stop. Somebody said I got a struggle sign. It's true. Oh man. Oh man. It's true though. Damn. Okay. Somebody said I got a bando sign. Oh man. Oh man, I feel bad. Somebody said at least you tried. Track Talk said next time make an effort. Okay. I know, God's little princess Cookie Crunch chat is mean. Okay. Black Mario said it's giving Timu vibes. Oh man, my stomach. Oh, okay. Let me get out this chat room. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Dene. Allegedly. I don't know if I should thank you or I don't know. All right. I promise I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. God damn. It doesn't look bad. All right. All right, I'm gonna get it together. I promise. Wish Drewski did a skit on it. Yeah, he may have at some point. He may. Oh man, you guys. Oh, okay. I'm sweating. Yeah, he may at some point. but real talk, he had Umar on there for it was for laughs. It was for shits and giggles. That's all that was. Umar was proud. He was proud to be on Drewski. Yeah, I got this just because they had me on Drewski. He got so many views. Umar, cut it out. Okay, thank you, SW. Dreezy Drummond says California love. We ain't selling. Yeah, that'd be an interesting mashup. Umar thinking California love, and then it goes into we ain't selling water ices. Yeah, thank you, Dreezy Drummer. Okay, let's wrap this up. SH Play says, I was a follower when you were under severe attack. So glad you made it through. Time has revealed the truth. Yeah. I went through a whole lot. That's why these days, like, I just, because there's still people that, they lie, they make up all kinds of stuff. Like, listen, I already done been to the fire. Y'all can't say nothing, people calling my job. People call, why would you call someone's landlord? I can play the video for you guys. You guys be amazed at who the person is. Doxing my home address, there was one woman, rest in peace. I think she was the first one to dox her home address. But she would go on my family members, because she would go on my Facebook page and see family members and then go onto their pages and then take screenshots of what they had posted, and then she would do videos to talk, just talking crazy. She was saying that my sister was in a motorcycle gang. She wasn't in no fuck. It's just ridiculous. Well, because black people have a motorcycle club, and my sister was, she would go on those rides with them and stuff. That means it's a gang. Cut it out. Then she was saying that my daddy was a gangbanger, Eastside Pyru. And even if he was, so what? Okay. Now, real talk, I have family members who were Eastside Pyru, and then I had cousins that was Eastside Pyru, and then I had a gang of friends who was Eastside Pyru, because I went to O'Farrell. I mean, I was in blood territory off of Skyline. From people from back then, they know what I'm talking about, if you're from that area. But what happened with my father, listen, it is what it is. He had a midlife crisis. That's all that was. He wasn't out there in them streets. He was a musician, but he had a midlife crisis, and he started dressing in red and black and throwing up gang signs and all this kind of stuff. It was embarrassing to me, to be honest with you. Okay, but even if he was like a hardcore gangster, it wouldn't. So what? I grew up around it. Ain't no big deal. Not to diminish. What I mean by that is just it was normal. It was normalized. So somehow it's a indictment against me, because my father was allegedly a gangbanger. He wasn't, but even if he was, so what? So yeah, those days it was rough, and then virtually everyone from back in the day that used to engage in that type of behavior, and not just towards me, but other Umar Johnson critics, they've all had to pay a certain price. I remember this one last, and then we're gonna be up out here. I remember one last story. I remember this one guy, I can't remember his name though, but he was defending Umar for a long time, and he would talk bad about me and my wife, and that's another thing. There's no, my wife, she ain't got nothing to do with none of this. So people doing this type of stuff. Dempsey Spears used to do the same thing, talk about my kids and all this kind of stuff. There was this one guy, and he was an Umar Johnson defender. He would do these videos, and it was like, trying to disparage me and my wife and my family. And then I remember at a certain point, he got doxxed. Okay, I had nothing to do with it. That's something I never did. I never participated. Now I have receipts on people, and I can, but I don't. That's never been what I do here on my YouTube page. But he got doxxed, and come to find out that he was arrested, and he was arrested for solicitation of a prostitute, and the prostitute was white. And yet he was defending Umar with Umar's rhetoric about how black men, we should date outside the race. And once he got doxxed, and I had nothing to do with it. Once he got doxxed, shortly thereafter, he stopped defending Umar. Yeah, there's so many other stories I can tell you guys about. Because even when I was looking for that video of Umar turning the heat down, during this show, I pulled up a folder, and I have a lot of stuff in there that I totally forgot about, but I have those videos. Tip the Griff was another main person that was defending Umar back then. But anyway, those days are long past, and it's much more difficult for Umar followers to defend Umar, and more Umar Johnson followers, they're no longer followers. They realize that Umar, he's a charlatan. One last point I want to make, though, is there's nothing wrong with supporting people, and there's nothing wrong with even defending people for that matter, but the person has to, or the people have to be deserving of it. And Umar was never deserving of the levels of support that he received. He just wasn't deserving of it. And he was never deserving of people defending him either. He wasn't deserving of that, to this day. So yeah, it's like I've been saying, Umar Johnson followers, they say, well, you never donated, so you shouldn't be talking. No, I didn't donate because I recognized early on that it was a scam. That's why I didn't donate. But just because I didn't donate doesn't mean that I can't engage in critical thinking about this whole FDMG school scam and Umar Johnson as a charlatan. See? So the point I want to make is that these days, a lot of those people that would have that type of mentality or that type of, I don't even know if you want to call it a logic about this, but they don't do that anymore because they realize at this point that time has told the truth. Yeah, I said that a long time ago, that time always tells the truth, and we have to be patient and do our due diligence, engage in the proper research, okay, and not for vindictive reasons or to cause harm to others, because there are people who have done that with me. Their whole objective was simply to cause harm. It wasn't about the truth. It wasn't about none of that. It was about causing harm to other people, and I cannot say that I've ever done that with Umar. If anything, I've had more compassion than what he's deserving of. Okay? Anyway, thanks, SH Play, and everyone else who's stuck around in this whole Umar Johnson saga. I actually think it's going to be coming to an end, within the next 6 months. And I have a contingency plan, and I've been working this plan it's been about 10 months. I've been kind of talking about it here and there, but I think by February of next year, things are going to look very much different. They already do. And that's why I want to have the documentary drop on the 8th anniversary of Umar acquiring these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. 8 years. That's crazy. This has been going on for such a long time. Okay, thanks, SH Play. User225 says, same energy as the FDMG sign behind Umar's chair. Stop. Okay, that sign going to end up someplace as a big fat TV. It's not that bad. It's not that great either, I must admit. Okay, I'm going to do better. If this school would open, what does that change? Yeah, that's another thing, that even if it opened, well, first of all, if it opened, and the last point, if it opened, it's not viable. It would close very soon afterwards, because financially it's not viable. Then also Umar, how he is, there would be so much litigation associated with this very quickly, early on, because he's a pervert. Okay, he's unhinged, he's emotionally unstable. He runs off all foot of mouth, and it's just a problem upon compounding on itself. And problems compounding on itself. What's going to happen is that he would be facing litigation soon after, assuming that he ever opened, right? It would close very quickly. But even if it did, what is it going to really change? Nothing. It would be a waste of people's time and a waste of people's money, meaning the parents who are paid $500 a month. This is wasting their money. It's not, the school's not accredited. And then if you think about it, it's no different than this whole project anyway, because millions of dollars been sent to Umar and not one black child has been educated. He's wasted millions of dollars of black people's money. And he has the audacity to get online and talk about how black people don't be spending their money the way that he wants them to spend the money. He's gotten millions of dollars and tricked it all off. Not one black child has been educated. Boy, he's something else. Okay. Thanks, Jay Civic. Okay, thank you guys so much. Tomorrow we're going to get right on the end. I was supposed to do a short show. We're going to get right into the video that we started today, and we'll finish it up tomorrow. And then I have some other videos, in particular Umar when he gives a speech when he was out in Detroit for Malik Shabazz's fundraiser. And the audio quality is really, really bad. I worked with it to do the best I could, and it's still bad. But I think it'll be good enough for us to watch. And if it's not good enough, you guys just let me know. We can move on, because I think I have 3 more videos I want to get to during this week. Okay, I want to thank the mods for handling business. I appreciate it. Also, thanks everyone who sent in super chats. If you sent in super stickers or if you sent in gifts, thank you guys so much for all of the support. I really do appreciate it, and I mean that humbly and sincerely. Okay, all right. Okay, well, as we always
ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room, and you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, my guave, my chocolate fudge, my African buttercream, my pina colada, my caramel, my cinnamon, my nutmeg queens. If you misbehave, you got to come and get 3 strokes. Oh, yes, with the RBG paddle.
All right. Shout out to Black Morrow. That's Y'all's Principle is the song, Samurai Vision's album. I did the editing on this. There's more of these we're going to be working on. I just haven't had time, okay? But this is Y'all's Principle, not mine. Thank you, a lady. Hope you all enjoyed the stream.
Every time I turn around,
shout out to James, brother. Appreciate you.
There's another paint day going down. Another speech, another grand plan, another promise that began.
I don't remember that, Jimmy.
Talking real big, talking real tall.
I do not
Got an
remember
answer
that.
for it all.
I might have to go into the archive.
Everybody looking to see how this story ends, wondering if the school ever opened.
Yeah, Jimmy, did I play the video where Umar turns the heat down?
One
Is that,
day it's this, next day
I wonder if I played it while Jamal was on. Let me know. I'll go and go see if I can find that.
claims to be the boss. Every conversation turns into a cookie-free call.
Yeah.
The mold keeps growing. The grass need mowing.
You're welcome.
FDMG keeps rolling on.
Thanks, SH Play.
The Charles Principal. The one who's paddling your mom.
It's true, though. Okay.
Every week another
All my Jersey-ish, thank you so much.
Every donation is money he steals.
You're welcome for that, Cisco. Thanks for modding, too. Thanks, Key Locker. Have a good evening. Thank you, Akilo. Yeah, I know. Super chat was okay. I'm going to look for it.
Groove rolls on, trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, sorry.
Always an excuse for the school's delay. A different explanation every single day. A cell phone and a park is all he needs when he should be applying for jobs on Indeed. The chat starts booming, the memes start flying. He starts screaming and you know
I know what was going in on me today.
Every year this story's getting old. Losing donors day
Oh,
by day.
was it?
All donations increase his pay.
Huh.
The mold keeps growing. The
Okay.
grass need mowing. FDMG keeps rolling on. That's y'all's principal. The one who's paddling your mom. That's y'all's principal. Every week another big reveal. Every donation is money he steals.
Oh, I got too many already. Yeah, I got too many. Yeah, I figured once I get like down below 15, I'll add some more mine. But right now, I got too many.
Everybody singing while the groove rolls on, trying to figure out what's
Stop,
going
you the
on.
225. I know. Thanks, Sonya, for tuning in.
Now somebody asks one question, and somehow gets a 30-minute
Wanda.
lesson. Somebody tell me, is this your guy? 14 years and running with this lie. Cookie Crush chat, break it down. Is that him?
But thanks, Radar Verizon.
That's him. That's him. Is that another live stream? That's him. That's him. Is that another speed? That's him. That's him. Is that another?
Yeah, I got too many. Yeah, once I get below 15, I'll add some more people. Yeah, I just cut it down recently, and I still got too many. But thank you for tuning in, though. You welcome, Lynn. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I would have to go into the archive and look that up. I got to find time, though, because I would have to go to it and watch. Thanks, God, little princess. Yeah, I do not remember that, though. Wow. Well, I'll be forgetting stuff. You gotta leave my side alone. You gotta leave my side alone. All right. Cut it out. Use 225. All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a wonderful time. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll set up the show right after this, and I'll make sure I have the date and time right because I screwed up on the date and time this time. Oh, we did have a poll question. Let me just go check that real quick, and I'll close it out just so that it's archived here. I don't even remember what the poll question was. Okay. The poll question is, will Umar sue the city of Wilmington for their allegedly sabotaging the certificate of occupancy? 83% said no, 17% said yes. And no, he won't because there is no sabotage. But the other thing is that Umar, he always says he's going to do something like this. He said he's going to do this to me last year because I hacked his bank account allegedly and nothing came out of it. So my answer is no. But right here, 17% said yes, 83% said no. We will see. Okay, let me close it out. Thank you guys. Thanks, everyone, again, for tuning on in. Thanks to the My Family Business. Also, thanks again for everyone who sent in super stickers, super chats. If you sent in, what is it? The gifts. I appreciate all of your support. And also just thanks, people. Thank you guys so much for joining and hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. Okay, love y'all. Take care. Peace.